Welcome Legion and welcome Chummers back to D20 Live. We are having adventures and telling stories in the 6th world of Shadowrun 5th edition. My name is Devin, Game Master, and kind of nervous and excited about this being the first sort of end to a trilogy, the end to an arc that I've done for D20 Live. So bear with me if I'm a little more stuttery than usual. We'll get started in just a bit. We just got a few quick announcements. This coming April, start of April actually, we're going to have our D20 Live Twitter that is going live. The information for that will be posted on our other socials. We are also have a stream next month, our live stream next month. We are returning. Big Mike is returning for Death Watch. And we're going to be finishing off, actually, that storyline. I'm particularly looking forward to that. Woo!
You shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be.
No.
For the Emperor.
For the Emperor. And the last thing is that because this is the end of my first arc, and we've actually changed quite a bit from where we started to where we are now, I'm actually going to be re-releasing, in addition to the notes that are going to be for our patrons that are going to be releasing alongside this session, I'm going to be, within the next 2 weeks, releasing a bundle of redone notes, redone stat blocks after scenes. Like, well, some scenes worked out a little easier, some harder than others. So I'm going to be releasing that, so patrons take a look for that.
Yeah, way to make my life a lot harder, Devin.
Yeah, I know. Just giving you something else to upload. Why? Yeah. So we'll introduce our players, introduce who your characters are, and then we will get started, starting with Jordan over here.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I am playing our good friend James Aberford. I am our group's grifter and merchant and dubious salesman.
Face. Tom?
I'm playing Albert Alberford, and I am the elf shaman magician.
Thank you.
And, of course, also, I'm James's brother.
Yep.
I am Mike. I am playing, once again, Agent Flynn, the man from Firefly, who has been working for a cat for the better part of 2 years of his life.
How's that feel, like, deep down socially?
You know what? She's actually really progressive and has a lot of good policies in place.
HR is great in our
Maybe you should
Super
have an
good
open
health
mind
plan.
when you have a lawful good four-armed gargoyle that has control of time.
So you're living a
Gar
different
cat.
life than I
Gar
would
cat.
understand at all.
So I guess some of those benefits are pretty good.
Yeah, no, they're
Like
nice.
good benefits
Yeah,
package.
no.
Profit
I have
sharing.
not aged in like 3 years. Go ahead.
How would you
Hi,
know?
I'm Scott. I'm playing Rodney Moore, the orc rigger of the group. While he's the muscle currently, I was the muscle before with all my many drones. Also, Wheelman.
Yep.
I keep them alive.
Crest is now hosting.
Thank you, Lord
Yes.
Jesus
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Yeah, for your patronage as well as for always hosting us.
Hey.
So, shall we get started, gentlemen?
Yep.
I think we should
Not
take
you.
like 20 more minutes and just talk amongst
Yeah,
ourselves.
okay, right, I know, right? Okay. It's been a hell of a year. In fact, it's only really been a half year since all of this started, but it definitely feels like a much longer time. The world has survived, the sixth world has survived the coming of dragons, the alteration of the human shape into meta-human destiny, the fall of governments and the running of corporations, and the great crash from just 6 years ago that almost caused the complete downfall of civilization as you knew it. But the world survived all this, and the sixth world has moved on. But something happened recently that the sixth world did not intend for. The world has changed, gates opened, and beings and creatures that should never have touched foot on the poor soil of this world has now drastically altered the sixth world for all time. You know all of this far too well, because what started as a simple data scram that should have been a simple in and out has turned into something very different. When you stepped foot into tomorrow's dynamic systems, there was a blending of meat space security and matrix security. And at the heart of that was a single individual, a woman named Sarah, who had been held hostage in that facility for a long period of time. And she turned out to be someone far more special than just a lab specimen. Lab specimens are everywhere in the sixth world, unfortunately, because this is a pretty shitty place. But she was what some people refer to as an otaku, or some people refer to as a technomancer, a being that is able to control the Matrix through thought, magic, and will alone. No deck, no computer, no nothing. They think of something and it happens in the Matrix. And she was the first that has been seen in a very long time, though supposedly they all came about as a result of the Great Crash. You fled Tomorrow's Dynamic Systems with her and spent the better part of a month on the run, Flynn having leaving, your old Decker Horatio having said, GTFO, I'm not getting involved in this anymore. They're too big for me. And you spent a month on the road. James, with your last-ditch effort of, I have one last contact that might not try to shoot me in the face. You went to Dante's Inferno, a 9-level club in the middle of Seattle, and you used this because, hey, we have an otaku that we're trying to keep safe here, and I think, if I remember correctly, the club's owner, his son, has recently died, but was also rumored to be otaku, so maybe I could use that as an in, and he agreed. He agreed to say, okay, the Neonet Corporation, which was a front of which used Tomorrow's Dynamic Systems as a front, are the ones who actually been experimenting on these otaku, break into Neonet, find out what's going on there, and if you find out who killed my son, I'll owe you a favor. So you agreed. You made deals with the Johnson there, the one who set you up, and you went to Tomorrow's Dynamic Systems, and yet another surprise was waiting for you, unfortunately, because Sarah, or how she knows herself to be, Resonance, was keeping something else under wraps. She was keeping Cyberdyne Systems. She was keeping Skynet under control, and by Rodney removing her from her stasis chamber, Skynet has now been able to run free. They took over the actual company that Tomorrow's Dynamic Systems was a front for, Abstergo, from an entirely different universe that we all know of, who found their way in here previously. They were the ones who were using Sarah to keep Skynet under control. And you removed her. And Skynet now went against that enemy, grabbed Abstergo's files, and used the files on assassins and Templars and all the other weapons all the other weaponized beings that Abstergo had, and created the assassins. But not just any assassins. Nano-assassins. Ones who move in pools of mercury liquid and can get in and out, and they've been assassinating all the rest of the technomancers across the world.
Say they've been terminating.
Terminating the other
so
assassins.
Complicated. I forgot how complicated this was. This is so deep.
There's a reason we have a 5-minute recap.
Yeah, no kidding. More.
And that's not everything. So, you've been able to free yourself and run when Sarah realized exactly everything that is happening, that because she asked to be freed from the stasis tube, she is responsible for all the other technomancers being killed by Skynet. And you've now been on the run. You've been on the run for the better part again of a couple of months. You have a ramshackle area out in the woods southeast of the city, in the forest surrounding Mount Rainier, and you've been doing your best just to survive. And that's where we're starting now, with James on the run, feet pounding on the soil, moving through the forest, darting from tree to tree to tree, holding in his hand, clutching it desperately to his breast, is a single black box comlink that he was brought into the city to grab, because this comlink has a job. This comlink has a connection to Seattle, the war-torn city of Seattle, where all the corporations have sort of had a temporary ceasefire while they try and fight Skynet. And this is a link back to the city. This is a way of getting your life back and maybe finding some resolution to this entire situation. You are being chased. You're being chased.
Of course I am.
you have
God forbid this go smoothly once, even just once.
Yeah, you have your gun in your other hand, and you're
Okay.
leaning against the back of a tree,
Jesus Christ, no.
chest or heart pounding in your chest, ragged breaths, and you listen for the silence of the forest. Nothing else is treading, except off in the distance you hear a, and you realize, fuck.
I don't like that shit at all.
It's like, they're here, and you are going to have to run. You look to your left, and you see that around one tree, a single arm shoots out, an electronic blade coming out of its wrist, coruscating with electricity, and looking
I don't
around
want
the
this.
tree at
I
you.
want it.
And you can hear another one off behind you to your right that is moving up and around the trees.
Well,
Go.
I'm gonna run like hell in the opposite direction, generally from where they're coming from.
Yep.
Shooting blindly behind me because they might do something.
Hey, make a firearms test.
So my firearms is
Or small weapons, whatever works with the big.
I've got pistols, so I've got a lot of dice having to do with pistols.
Yep.
And then
Lean a little further back. You're out of camera. You're out of frame.
is there like a stat I would use as well as the?
You can use it. It would be it's your agility.
Agility.
Firearms would be the one that you're actually using.
So be 4 for agility, 8 for firearms. So it'd be 12 dice altogether.
12 dice altogether.
Let's do this. Okay, so I've got. So we had talked about this beforehand. I got 3 1s.
3 1s. You're looking
4
for 5s and 6s. Oh,
Yep.
4 1s. Okay. Yep.
So I got 4 5s and 6s, and I got 4 1s. So I just shot into
All right.
the
So you
air.
shoot blindly. You fight Rodney. You hear well off in the distance. You hear a bang in the forest. You realize, shit, it's gone tits up.
We're going
Yep.
loud.
Fuck!
And
Screaming through the trees, just swearing like.
And the round from your Ares firearm hits the tree, splinters it in all directions.
Yeah, it was super impressive.
And the
when
assassin
I get ripped
just
in by it.
smirks through its hood, and you can see it a little bit in the fading light, as it now knows. Oh, that's where you are, and it goes after you. You continue.
I
to
had
run.
thought that they knew where I was.
They had a vague idea.
Cool.
But it's shadowy. It's dark here. Rodney, you hear where the gunshot is coming from. You're on a high hill along with your Doberman and a few other of your drones, and you see 3 shadows moving through the woods. Likely the one with the still smoking red muzzle is likely James, because you know the assassins don't use guns.
So here I am on that hill in a lawn chair eating popcorn. Fleer goggles up, and it's like, well, shit.
And so you, from the forest, you hear a high-pitched wailing noise.
Oh, no. It's going to get drowned out in a second, because I'm going to get my little friend to open up.
Okay.
And are we on comms, right?
You
Oh,
are.
goddamn,
Yeah.
hope so.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you hear a squealing baby noise coming through your comm.
James, if you'd be so kind, get low. And I'm providing
as
cover
low as
fire
I
with-
can find.
You dive to the ground and into the dirt.
Now, are we doing this cinematically or
Cinematically, mostly.
Cool.
Yeah. Except
So-
for certain tension moments.
So 3 of my drones just pop back up, and we have all the explosive ammunition.
Yes.
When the hell did those come from?
Oh, he's always had them. he's always had his drones.
He just never had much of an opportunity to use them before.
Because you guys have been in confined spaces. You don't.
And slowly, well,
I thought they were
humming
just super
over the
advanced
comms,
Tamagotchis.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day as I mow down fucking trees.
So they're behind you, James. This raging fire of heat as the explosions.
Albert, just a tear rolls down his face being a shaman. The trees. Why?
And as several trees are leveled and a path behind James is created, that the fire that the assassins have to go through. 2 of them dive through the fire. One of them beginning to smoke and bubble and burst into mercury that lands on either side of the line. The other one is missing an arm in the explosion, and it's said to and looks down at it and starts to slowly and reform its arm.
Question. As it's using
Yep.
mercury to reform its body,
Yes.
is it getting shorter?
Is
Because that's to pull mercury from other parts of his body to reform an arm.
That was actually my
Yes.
question too.
you know what? Yes,
Does
actually.
physics
Or
apply here?
skinnier.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just like getting thinner.
it
you
is
know?
to the
Emaciated?
yeah,
Ooh,
well,
that'd be
it's-
cool.
the rest of the nanites are having to move from other areas of its body
That'd be kind of a cool
to
thing
reform
if
its
it,
arm.
like, gets thinner and more gaunt as it needs to repair itself more. That'd be neat.
That's a cool idea.
Keep
We'll
shooting
work on
off parts. It eventually just looks like a little person.
it. It just looks like a little
It's
person.
a tiny child. Now we feel bad about it.
But yes, it does
I
have to. The armor that is
Sure,
in other
lunatic.
areas of its body. The metallic plates that make up its armor slowly disintegrate, and the nanites have to reintegrate to other areas of the body to reform its arm. The other one is now just a smoking pool of mercury. And Flynn, drawn by the glorious
kinda just-
cacophony of firearms.
I was just in the woods eating an apple. And it's like, you know what? You missed the little things. You know, those
Why
little.
is everyone having a better time than me?
It's like, oh shit!
because I'm support.
I'm running into the woods with my suitcase.
Okay, you come into the woods in your suitcase. You come to a stop in the clearing on the left-hand side near the
I
near
should
where the
sneak.
hill.
I should sneak.
You can,
I
yeah.
didn't realize.
I say
should
he's
speak
getting a
first.
bonus.
What's right?
I say he gets a bonus.
I would say so. Yeah.
I would argue
One,
over the horrendous
The
noise.
Horrendous noise. Yeah. Yeah.
One
That's fine.
stick away, right, Devin?
Pardon. Sorry. One stick away from successes. Yeah.
And it's 5s and 6s?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. -1.
Okay. So, you
were
come
not
to
quiet.
you
That's
because
a
you're in
glitch.
such a rush, you run down the hill, you hit the area where the hill meets the forest floor, and you start to do a sharp turn because you see the explosion. Even though you're not really blinded by it, it takes you aback. You step on a rock, slip, and slam solidly into the ground.
Oh, that sounds
Your case still in your hand, but you look a little.
I just shoot back up. I'm okay. Okay. Keep going.
Okay, James.
Yes, what's up?
You're continuing to run. You hit the base of the hill, and you see Rod. You see
Has
Rodney
the fire
up there.
stopped?
The fire is not. It's dying down. It's not stopped.
I kind of hit my colleague. Can I get up now?
Yep, just
I don't even wait for the rest of it. Just up and like sprinting.
Because you sprint.
Go.
All right, you sprint to the bottom of the hill, and you see that there is another. You take a quick look behind you, and the assassin has finished reforming his arm. Spins his arm upwards, and like shaking it out, getting it
Gross.
functioning again. As it starts to chase after you, you look up at the top of the hill, and there is your brother stepping up to the top of the hill, looking very upset that trees needed to die in the process of this.
Yeah, and Mercury's getting on the ground. That's really bad for the environment.
Don't remind me.
Do something about it.
they were gonna do it anyway.
I speak for the trees. The trees think you're a douchebag.
Can I see?
You see the other
remaining
assassin there.
ninja?
Yes. Yep.
Great. He's getting a lightning bolt up his ass.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll it.
So it's a lot of dice because Albert's very good at magic. It turns out
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
he did
That-
do it.
I did do it.
He did it a lot.
You did it well.
He did it a lot.
Yeah.
So that's 4 successes.
5
so that'd be-
successes.
no, 5, but a 1 takes away.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah,
So you
fair
hit
enough.
4 successes. That's 4 levels of damage on top of the damage that was already done by Rodney's
say?
explosions.
Shazam.
Yay!
Shazam! And
Contract
the
fulfilled.
the lightning bolt leaves your fingertips and creates a cavernous hole in the middle of the assassin, dripping mercury on the ground. It doesn't have enough nanites to repair itself, as the lightning slowly dies from its 2 blades and the mercury just pools onto the ground. Flynn, you look up and you see the dying embers of the fire, and they're done.
I turned to James like, you couldn't have done this quietly?
He
You
tried.
had to bring them back here to the pristine nature and
Didn't
fuck it
we
up?
figure out that
To
they
be
had
fair,
an
though,
uplink? Like
There were more.
Well, we should at least be
And
happy.
are they coming?
I don't know.
Maybe we can stop fighting like an old married couple and get in the car.
Devin,
What car?
considering I can see most of the forest,
Yep.
are there more more signatures coming?
There are no more heat signatures. Well, they don't actually have heat signatures, but
That's why I
the
said
signature that
flare,
you're
so it'd
looking
be
for,
more
yeah, it's,
electromagnetic.
no, there are no more coming. It was likely that these are the scouting party that was sent out once they heard about what was going on.
Cool.
Shadow
We're
Crone is
clear.
now hosting us.
Thank you, Shadow Crone, for the host.
Shadow Crone.
Gentlemen, we're clear. We need to leave.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
What?
how will
Shadow
we figure
Crone
out-
in his house. Yay. Thank you, Shadow Crone.
Normally you have to donate for that.
to get Mike to do the raise the roof.
He's never done that for me, and I've known him for a long time.
I know.
I
right?
could if
Right?
you want me to.
Yeah.
No, don't.
No,
don't give him money.
It's
it
fine.
would feel
Moving
forced
on.
by now.
It's fine.
It's not the same.
What? They're short.
Okay. So
It's just forced
You-
now.
as you move away from the scenes of carnage, trees surround you, looming over you, seeing you as an other. Your feet, the feet of your crew, are some of the few that actually have trespassed on this forest. Most people don't leave the city. The forest is foreign to them, but you've needed to. You've needed to get out of the city. It's a war zone, and you have someone very important with you. You're still trying to figure out what the hell are we going to do. The forest in and of itself is southeast of Seattle, and it's it surrounds the white-capped glacial mountaintop of Mount Rainier. You are about 500. You're about. No, sorry, not 500. You're about 50 miles southeast of the city. fairly deep into the forest. You have a ramshackle metal welded together because of Rodney and the rest of his drones. Soundproofed from the inside. What little you were able to scavenge of your gear is all here. You have a slight, weak comlink up the uplink, which is what gave you the signal for it. And everything else you do see, and actually, Albert, coming back here is always comforting for you because you don't know how, you don't know why, but residents, Sarah being here, attracts spirits, and you can see these. Matter of fact, her and you are the only ones who can see them, but it's her spirits of the Matrix, these beings, these sprites that carry a form of life with them. Just give a little bit of comfort to the otherwise very dreary situation. You have food, you have basic supplies, and despite this horrible situation, and you know what's in the city, not 50 miles off, you've all maintained some semblance, weak though it is, of family and crew and friendship.
All right, so I don't know anything about this stupid tree shit. Why the hell is it supposed to be bad to come to a forest?
There's no coffee here.
Oh, no.
Difficult to get power, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you guys got all these trees. They're big.
Oh, yeah, we can burn them for fuel or something.
Why would you burn them?
Don't you dare.
You know how hard it is to get these things?
No.
Where I come from?
I set up solar panels. We're good for heat. We're good for power. That's fine.
Where did
Yeah,
the marshmallows
I know.
grow?
Also, sorry about the trees.
Where did
They
the
got in the way.
marshmallows grow? Do we know where that is? I don't.
All right,
It doesn't come in a package. I don't know what's going on.
All right, so what the
I
hell
thought they
are we
grew
doing
like that.
next exactly?
Sorry.
Because I've only been back for a week, and it's been mostly us in this forest.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
We're
do have
still
to. You
working
do
on
have a
that.
blood. You do have a comlink black box. As you quickly look it over, you do see that it has its own power source and its own Wi-Fi signal. So it can connect to the Matrix. It's a weak signal, but it's there, and it was intended to deliver a message, probably once.
Okay, so we should plug this thing in. Do you want to have a look at that?
I'm going to have to. What
Just
you want me to
because,
roll?
I'm going to hand this over to Rodney here.
if I could say, maybe
No.
we should probably record whatever comes out of this.
I think we can cover that.
Yeah.
Well, you've been living without technology for so long. I figured
And
you
I
need a
set
reminder.
up solar panels.
This is not living without technology. I've been to worlds that do not have technology. You ever shit in
I'm
a
sorry.
house?
You're currently in a... I built this fucking thing quick.
Family.
Look at me. I travel.
Look at me. I shoot in the woods and miss.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees. They got in the way.
I didn't miss.
You are
Yeah, no,
interrupting
yuck.
my calm. Comes a voice from inside the shack.
Sorry, Sarah.
And
Weird blue lady.
well, not blue anymore.
Oh, well, still.
Once she
That's her
left
name
that
in my
tank.
head.
Yes.
All right, so I give the black box to Rodney, and I kind of
you.
wander off into my area.
Oh, Sarah, we have work to do.
Really? She calls out, James, are you alive?
I'm currently, yes.
I'm glad to hear it.
Are
Yes.
you, though?
I was a
Well-
lumberjack.
Well, yes, of course. Why
Were you,
wouldn't
or
I
was
be?
it just
I
your
don't know. I'm
drones?
just being
Please,
hostile.
no. Just
You're
don't.
trying
Don't.
to deal with the otherwise difficult situation that you
Just being hostile. I
experienced.
apologize. I took it out on you.
Yes, Rodney, come inside.
Thank you.
And just start going through my things.
So you see, she has said her console area isn't screens. It's as if she has a whole bunch of piles of paper that are all around her that look like digital pieces of paper, and they're being sorted by by a whole myriad of different sprites. Anything from a tiny little dog to a fairy to a strange creature that is an amalgamation of a bunch of different Play-Doh ball spheres that have been smushed together, and they're all moving around her and helping her sort her data and her information. But there's not a single computer screen. She's actually sitting in a lotus position in the middle of a rug, and
Now-
her hair has just started to grow back a little bit because she used to have an entirely half-shaved head.
Yeah.
But you can still see the diodes that are all around it that are implanted in her forehead.
We haven't gotten those out yet.
I think
She
they're
said
in there
Want
for
to
good,
dig
buddy.
those out?
Well, you got
Be
a
my
doctor.
guess.
I don't know. You guys got doctor's hair, don't you?
Does she want them out?
Oh.
Do we ask?
That's the question.
Did we ask?
Well, I don't know how to ask a woman, man. Would you like to
Flynn.
lose your Bluetooth?
So, Sarah, how goes?
It's not been easy, but we've had conversations about that. But it's
Well, every day is different.
I know. There
How's
are
today in your hell?
7 more died last night, Rodney. I can't stop them. I can only try and warn them.
Well, you do what you can.
What did James bring back with him?
Oh, just a lovely black box.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, there is a small sprite in there.
Oh,
You should be able to. It's weak. It has a very limited life. Its spirit will be gone once it's used, but it's there.
you okay with me using it?
Enough things have died recently. At least that will actually have some purpose to it.
Okay. I'll get her set up.
Did you know that Abstergo had been here for years?
Really?
She passes over a few files, and you feel your comlink bleeping, even though all she's done is picked up one of the sprites, given it a kiss, and moved it and waved her hand, and it appeared in your deck.
I still need to get used
Can I
to
just
that.
lean into the room like, hey, Sarah, you want a Twinkie or something?
Food would be wonderful, thank you, Flynn.
Cool.
He's a Twinkie, not food.
God.
That's true.
Could you not?
Sarah,
It's
when was
not
the last
food.
time you
Stop lying to
ate?
yourself.
It's great, though.
No.
That's why I said food would be wonderful.
I know you're trying to do so much, but please take care of yourself. If you pass out in the middle of a run, you're helping no one.
3 Twinkies, please. Maybe some of that sterilized paste.
Got it.
Thank you, Flynn.
No worries.
The world is not on your shoulders. We're here too.
That's why I'm getting her the
We're on
Twinkies.
your shoulders.
Thank you.
Just go into my suitcase and
So
just
you
get
do
some
see
Twinkies.
a range of dates. You see a date that Horatio blurted out when you last saw him
Yeah.
in the club. The 7/28/2012 is a date that is not in this world. It's a date from it's 2 different date formats in Abstergo's files, probably from their world.
Okay.
Is where that date format is. In terms of the 6th world, it was 2062 that they were here, and it was only 2064 that the Great Crash happened 6 years ago. And Abstergo had been operating a couple of years before that. I've been learning so much. If only I had listened to Vedic, if only I had maybe listened to the people who were supposedly taking care of me, then I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Regrets, right?
Admittedly, this is cinematic, but I gesture over to I see the sprites too, right?
You see lines of code. He's
Cool.
the only one that can see the actual physical form.
Just for cinematic purposes, I gesture the lines of code that join me over, and the 2 lines of code, well, they join into 2 other lines of code, and it's giant fucking quotation marks.
Yes.
Yeah, they tried to help you.
You're getting better at that.
I had a good
Quotation
teacher.
marks? Those are awkward as hell. Shame on you.
So are we all in the room with her?
You can be. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you said we're in a shack, so I can't imagine it's that big, to be honest.
Yeah, I
So-
kind of
Just
want to be
relearned
inside
decking
to
about
hear what's going on.
5 months ago.
What?
Since he started, he said since he started decking only about 5 months ago. Since
Oh.
he started hacking only about 5 months ago.
Yeah.
It was kind of a hobby before. Now it's just kind of been, life-saving.
Let's say as you enter the room, you see a couple of different pictures actually, digital printouts. That lines of code seem to be holding upright. You don't see the figures, but for her, it's actually other sprites that are holding up these digital printouts of pictures. And you see 2 young girls, one of them building, surrounded by tech and surrounded by gears and circuit boards and that sort of thing. And another one sitting very close by, but is surrounded by computers. Those same girls are also at a young adult Vidtron concert. They're in. It's like family photos, and it's the same 2 girls, just getting progressively older as she goes through. And there's about half a dozen of them, as you see as you're walking inside. Yeah, you can. It should be enough for. I'd recommend I heard you guys. I agree. You should record it, but it should be enough to give a message.
Okay.
So we call it.
Tom, stop fondling the mic. Sorry.
What did we learn?
Well, exactly what he said.
Yeah.
It's not your wife.
Wow.
I'd slap you with this mic if I wouldn't get in trouble for it.
Was that too much?
So what do you do?
Okay. Set up recording equipment.
If it was too much, he actually would have slapped you in the
Yeah,
mic.
you would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are we calling?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know what's in the box.
Open the box, play a message.
Okay.
Like it's technical
Play
stuff.
a
You
stock
gotta do
Okay,
that.
hang on, hang on,
message.
yeah. So
I don't know what that
James,
language
I've-
was. I'm sorry.
I haven't been around a lot, but you guys still have tigers on this world, right?
Lot? Maybe. I don't know. I
Okay,
live in
listen.
Seattle, man.
Listen.
I set up
I have
the
a great
box.
idea.
Uh-huh.
What?
I set up
You
the
start
box.
setting it up. Okay.
I hear you guys have a thing called Nova Coke, which is like cocaine, but it's amazing.
He talked about this.
No,
in the
shut. This is gonna be
forest.
cool.
What are we doing?
What if we give a tiger
Uh-huh.
Nova Coke and just let it deal with problems? Because we don't have tigers where I come from, and I've always wanted to see what would happen.
If you give the tiger Nova Coke, it becomes the problem.
Yeah,
No.
but that's why you get a truck. But that's the easy
Only
part.
if you can't control it. What if we make it a robot tiger
Oh,
that can
okay.
still
now,
do
like,
cocaine?
Now, robot or cyborg? Because those are two different things.
Cyborg
Right, now
by
they're speaking
definition.
my language.
Cool.
Wouldn't this
I
become then
opened the box.
wouldn't Cyberdyne Systems then just be able to take control of this?
Well, we
Yeah.
just give it. We
'Cause
just
it's
give it the
robotic.
robot limbs, not the
No,
robot
we have
brain.
to make it too dangerous to want.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're thinking too small. We're thinking too small. Hold on,
we,
hold
we
on.
make like all the
No,
adrenal.
no. We make all of its limbs gun limbs.
Oh yeah. The question is, where are we going to get that much Nova Coke?
That is not the main problem here.
That is your first question?
I know where to find a tiger. Presumably,
Click.
in a
The
zoo.
box opens. Keep going.
Oh, thank
But
God.
Can you just imagine it running? Except it doesn't have feet, but shotgun
Yeah, it goes
blast. It's like boom, 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 boom,
I'd be
boom, boom, boom.
scared of that.
And then we'd hear it coming just miles away, and it would scare the shit out of everyone. It would be our last final, the last.
You lost me. You had me. You lost me again.
We just can't put like a CPU in it, right? Because otherwise it can be hacked.
Now
That's
you're
the
out
thing.
in the fucking
So we
Pacific
make it a fire
Ocean.
and forget death missile
Yeah.
made of tiger, cocaine, and shotgun shells.
Yeah.
This is such a travesty
Armor plating
against
too, so it
nature.
doesn't die that
Well,
easy.
obviously armor plating.
Albert, how are
wrong.
we agreeing with this?
No,
How are we
I'm
agree-
not agreeing with
No,
this.
I'm agreeing with you. This is shit. This is not a good idea.
Then we put
No.
an AI-controlled minigun on the top of it.
No, because that could get hacked and it'll shoot
So
the tiger.
we just make it a minigun that shoots directly in front of it
Yeah.
at all times. But it
Lines of-
doesn't turn off.
Yeah.
Lines of code start appearing above the box, and a shape takes form, and unfortunately, all too familiar
This is very
face
What the fuck was that?
of a
No, I'm trying to be
Johnson.
friend.
That was awkward.
Smooth pate at the top of his head, sunglasses, with a single Cuban cigar,
Oh God, it's a wrong number.
Mm.
and you all know him.
Yeah.
You've seen him far too often over the last half a year.
This is bad. Every time this guy calls us, the world gets worse.
He's not wrong.
But it might be diminishing returns, and then it might get better ones.
You are aware the first time we called him, it's only gotten worse. Like Seattle's on
You
fire.
see the
Yeah, but you can
Wi-Fi
only
signal
burn down so much.
power up, bar, struggles a little bit, and then finishes.
I
and-
smack
and
the side of
caps.
the wall and all the way back up.
It
It's
peaks.
the right of percussive maintenance.
It works.
Gentlemen, good to see you again. And you sit. You still somehow
answer him,
see the
this is
smoke
recording.
through the video feed. I have to say, and I have to apologize, James, that this is the last of your cigars. I've taken very good care of them. They've seen some excellent use.
That hooker.
But I have had recent contact with a gentleman, in common, a mutual friend, who has been helping Lone Star deal with the situation in the city, and try to gather together the remnants of the shit that has occurred. And
That might literally be
they
the first
directed
time I
me
heard him
to
swear.
the four of you. Interesting enough. I'm not sure that I was uncertain till apparently this gentleman says that he is a friend of yours, James, or acquaintance of yours, and owes you a favor.
Oh,
Hey.
Remember we found out who the thing and the thing.
Oh,
and the thing?
yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
the
Yep.
owner of Dante's Inferno.
Just got it.
Remember I choked out like 3 of his guys?
Yes, you did.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you did.
I remember
We'll blame that on someone else.
Yeah.
We'll blame that on the Knights.
I don't think
Yeah.
he did that. Did he do that? I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay. The
I'm already crying a little bit. It's
Mr.
like-
Mr. Algieri has asked me to get in contact with you to be the because you had a technomancer, from what he tells me.
No, we don't.
I don't.
No,
Well,
oh,
it's- Is
interesting.
wait, this is live or recording?
No, it's live. Yeah, it's the
Oops.
two, the two of you. The two.
So it's just like, no, we don't. Sarah's just walking behind us eating a Twinkie.
eating a Twinkie. It's like Drax having. A
She's our prostitute. Yeah.
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 Now, Mr. Algieri has said that in addition to his son, you informed him that there were other technomancers, other otaku who had been slowly being killed off, and our Lone Star informants of friends can confirm this. It's interesting to us that you. Now I understand why it's been so hard to get a hold of the 4 of you. Why the 4 of you went off the grid for so long. Thank you, by the way, for taking my bait, for being allowed to be dangled on that hook. We have a contract for you.
I think that was apology.
Was it?
I think.
Mm,
Maybe.
no.
All he's admitted to was
No.
smoking your cigars and thanking us for doing his dirty work.
Yeah, but
As a Johnson do.
I think that was his version of an apology.
Yeah, but we're
needs
gonna
an
get
update.
paid, right?
We're gonna get paid, right?
You
Face
care.
powers.
And he looks at you. You care about pay when there is so little of society left?
Yes,
Yes,
because to
yes.
rebuild society, we need money. Sorry, I stole your line.
No, he's right.
Ah.
Yes, actively, yes, we care about money still.
Yes.
Because
You
while
will-
this city is crumbling into a blasted wildlands that no one wants anything to do with, there are other cities, I presume.
At last
Where
I
money
checked,
does
all
still
the
work.
corps are still running because
So is
they're running
Vegas.
all this
Yeah,
lovely
seems so.
gear in and out.
The corps are still running. I will give you that. Yes,
Yeah.
my employers, in fact, are still working and have been fighting the good fight, as they say, as Americans are wont to.
Can you stop hiding your altruism through your cheapness by through altruism? Can you just stop paving over that you not wanting to pay us with like, hey, you should do it because it's right? Because no one around here does anything because it's right.
Unfortunately, that's very true.
I technically am, and I'm still getting paid.
You're the worst.
Stop
I'm doing the
undercutting our
right
bidding power.
thing.
Sorry.
My
Worst.
my employer has been able to gather together the remnants of Abstergo's technology and infrastructure, and have been the ones to mainly keep the threat contained, working alongside with the other corporations, of course. But we need there is a new development that has occurred. A new threat that has emerged. I have given you a data scram. I have given operation. I have given you an infiltration operation. This time, I need something a little more, in the form of wet work.
Who are we gonna kill?
You see a video feed come up of the knights errant who you encountered a couple of months ago with the electrical flails and tall tower shields, fighting alongside your typical Lone Star
right.
agents.
Right.
They're fighting in hallways, in the street, in a bunch of different areas. Clearly, this is taken from multiple different video feeds across Seattle, and there are not just assassins that are working there, but strange soldiers in all black armor with hoods very similar to the assassins, but not coming down all the way to the front, more along the back with lamellar-style armor. And they are moving forward as the frontline troops while the assassins move around flanks and take out key targets. And in one of the video feeds, there is a figure hovering off the ground, almost being carried by the same long tentacles that burst out of Neonet while you were running away. a singular figure who has these strange cybernetic arms, moving them and walking them along the ground, and you recognize the shaved head and cocky grin of Horatio.
That son of a bitch.
We just have to kill him? This is going to be easy.
The last time you saw him, a knife had been driven through his chest. But now, with his hands raising, there are a single movement of his hands raising, drones start to move around. Dobermans and flybots and a number of other drones that are moving along the ground. As he pushes his hands forward, all of them at once start firing at the front lines of the Knights Errant and the Lone Star troops.
Oh, goody. He has a meat puppet.
Indeed. And this is the one we need you to deal with. He is a fairly new element from the last couple of days. It seems that Skynet or Cyberdyne, whichever the actual name of this entity is, found a way of controlling him. Previously, we were just dealing with the remnants of the Abstergo nanosoldiers. Now this being is here. You had a special connection with him, so I felt that it would be apropos that you have the opportunity to both deal with our threat, get paid, and close the loop, shall we say, on this emotional journey that you've had with this individual.
So are we going under the assumption this guy's got like a lot of hardware inside the tank? Skin lid thing?
We believe so.
Okay,
Skin lid thing? You mean his head?
Well, body underneath the skin.
Oh.
Dermis.
It is our belief that yes, that his meat shell has been replaced with cybernetic enhancements of some sort.
This looks like a job for Battle Cat.
It really does.
This is what I've named their tiger, by the way.
It's a classic. A bit of a throwback. I dig it.
Yeah,
You know, just throw a whole bunch of electricity at him.
Or grenades.
That's a start.
Electric
You're
grenades.
going to need cover fire.
Yeah.
Why not do both?
We need you to get to Dante's
can you
Inferno.
shoot
We need you to get into the city. If you get into Dante's Inferno, then we can get you the rest of the way. You know, James, that's going to be difficult enough as it is.
Yep.
Because the city in and of itself is a war zone.
And that place is probably a bunker right now.
Yeah, so that place is a bunker. But if you can survive and get through the streets, if you can get past the security, which you still have some connections, you still have some ways of getting through. If you can get to Dante's Inferno, you might be able to get through. And the Johnson says, instead of a single figure, we will do it this way. Deal with this creature, break the back of Skynet, and my employers will ensure that you are set up to have a home again, wherever you would like.
Home again.
Be it Seattle, be it somewhere else, your choice. But your accommodations will be taken care of. Your money will be taken care of. You will have what you need to start over, regardless of where it is in the world.
Do we want this?
No, I'm going. I'm finishing this shit.
Because that doesn't apply to you at all.
Well, I mean, I kind of like this place.
This place?
Yeah. Well, not the hut, but this particular
I was
place.
going to say, okay, but still, this place?
Well, not the hut. It's all right. Not the worst place I've been to.
Al, what do you think?
Well, I kind of like the deal, but it needs more money.
Yeah,
As I
because
said,
having a
you-
home is all fine and fantastic, but when we're broke, it's still nothing's going to be fixed.
I did say that you
upfront money.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Front money. Yeah, well, why don't you give us some kind of contract to look over?
He sends you a digit. He sends you a
I love
a
how
file.
upset he was that I said the word contract. He's like, oh, damn it.
He sends you a digital file that comes into your
He was expecting
com
us
deck.
to just say yes.
Good lord. We've only ruined the world
thought-
twice on this guy's jobs, you know?
And
Why
I
on
thought
earth
you
would-
were new here. Apparently this guy has no idea what's going on.
My employers expected you wanted something more firm in terms of agreement.
That's
I
about
tried to
right.
warn them otherwise.
Wait, what?
What?
You look at the you look at the deal, and you do see that it has it's a transfer agreement, a monetary transfer agreement, and like, be reasonable, but whatever you feel you need for bribes.
Oh, there's more
For
than just throwing us a
gear.
blank check.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a battle cat.
Can you mute?
Can we mute it? Can we mute it?
Mute.
We need 1 second to confer.
Yeah.
Hold, please.
We
Oh,
turn
can I-
around and we're like,
Just like
Also,
can we
there
just
is
have, like,
hold
a
music.
That's it. There.
What is it? What is it?
I just decided to put on the 36 chambers.
like just garbage elevator music.
Oh, it is not garbage.
What are the
Wu-Tang.
36 chambers?
Oh.
Wu-Tang.
Okay.
His character has
angry
always
gangster
his character's
rap the whole
entire
time.
aesthetic has always been about Wu-Tang Clan.
I get that, but I don't know what the 36 chambers
Okay,
are.
fair enough.
It's their first album.
I don't know what that's on their first album.
Okay, anyways, moving on. Jesus Christ.
So,
Give me a beat, damn it. All right.
does the contract list names?
Break it down.
The list name it lists your target. It lists
No,
who
no.
the it lists who-
For money, is it a blank check to each of us? It's a blank check sum
like in
total.
Oh no, it's a blank check total.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so anything we need, we got to
share.
multiply by 4.
5.
We gotta multiply by 4, or
5?
split by 4,
Sarah?
or whatever.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, I said 5.
Yeah, okay, 5. So whatever number we think any of us deserves, we take the highest number and multiply that number
Like,
by 5.
Split by 4. 5. Like,
Sorry,
yes,
Sarah.
5. Sorry, 5.
Let's just fix this. Billion each.
Sorry.
Billion.
Is that a lot for you guys too?
Yeah.
All right, rock and roll.
Fuck that noise. No.
Like an insulting amount.
We are breaking this fucking thing to the ground. I want a new
yeah.
identity. I want a new life. Admittedly, I still want to
Definitely
work with
not
you guys, but
I want a pool made of gold with that money.
You have a pool made of gold, filled with gold for that money.
I don't want to be too greedy. You got to have a nest egg.
Sarah?
What
You
for?
see Sarah walking over and just grabbing one of the pictures that she has and just looking at it.
Oh, she's going to want an orphanage, isn't she?
Sarah?
Oh,
$1 billion can help a lot of lives.
It won't bring back my sister, but yeah, it
oh my
will.
God, I know.
Money can't bring back anyone. That said, it can help others.
Not with that attitude.
Well, I mean, if you go to the right place, I mean...
Name whatever
No.
today. She turns
No.
to you. We need to finish this. Name whatever price, Rodney, you feel is appropriate. I'll take it.
Billion, 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 billion.
You want to watch this guy choke on his own spit?
Oh my God, it's gonna be great. He's going to be so mad.
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
hold on, wait. Before we unmute, I'm pretty sure that we can deal with like how. Okay, he's gonna try and bring us down. Are we gonna budge?
Let's have a lower bound
no.
of maybe... Oh, no? Oh,
No.
okay. Well,
We're
it's
2 for 3, and we're currently in the middle of 3.
And, okay. Well,
I was gonna say
Good
we
job,
could,
James.
Like, we could do it for like.
No. We're doing this for
I
a
don't
billion.
think I don't think there's enough
Each.
negotiation dice in the world, but let's do it. Sure. So
got
put
James,
in the number
James.
I push 4
James,
0 0 0
use your edge pull,
0
man.
0 0 0
5.
0
5.
It's a 5, you idiot.
delete 5.
Dude, use your edge pull. Use your edge pull. That'll get you through.
Okay, walk me through. How does an edge pool work exactly?
Edge for every edge point you spend, you get an automatic hit.
You're going to need those.
Okay. So I'll use an edge point then, and my
You want to use them now?
I'll use one
Okay.
because this is going to be a hard sell.
Yes, but by using edge,
So
your
what they-
6s
This
explode.
is what they call a hard sell.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Wait.
We would like the GDP of a small nation, please.
We are now a small nation.
We are now a small nation.
Well, keep in mind how much money
Bullshit
Amazon
Landia.
has, and that's in like now. Imagine like when in Shadowrun times where corporations really have no oversight, they have to have like $1 billion on the slush fund or 5.
I don't think you understand how much $1 billion is.
I'm new here.
I don't think you understand how much money the corporations have.
That is also probably true. Okay, so we're gonna go with negotiation because this is insane, and then I'm gonna do
Is there any way for us to like aid
with
another?
charisma.
Yes, it would be. Yeah.
Can we aid him? in
Actually,
any
hold
way?
on, wait.
No.
Charisma 7, negotiation 5. Okay,
That's
no,
what-
it's
This is what the
12.
face is
Yeah,
for,
you-
It's
sadly.
not 12 story.
I know.
across.
Or is like
Okay.
is there like a way
It's
we can
also
all
written
just
right
look
there.
tough
Yeah,
behind
sorry.
him and like we don't crack? So at least he takes no deficits to us being in the room in a shitty room.
You all can look as intimidating as you would like. So
Okay.
you can certainly try.
All right.
Everyone's like, "Rrr."
So we all
No,
press
let
down
him
our
work.
clothes with our hands. We're like, okay, we're good.
He's watching
You
everything.
can see all of this. I don't know why you're
We're
all of a
muted
sudden
too.
doing it.
Okay, so when I point, you're gonna drop the mute because
Oh,
this
yeah.
is gonna be great, and we're gonna want to hear this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send the number over, kind of like the electronic version of rolling a slip of paper across the table.
Everyone, shh.
I want to hear him say "fuck" real loud.
Off mute.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
That's why
Okay.
we unmute.
We're gonna be lucky if it's just the F word. Here, watch. He's gonna
Go.
swallow that cigar by accident. Here we
and-
go.
Unmute.
Oh, that's
So 1-1.
Arrogant soy-based piles of slag.
These just exploded. There's a lot of 2s and 3s though, unfortunately. So since they exploded, I roll again. Yes.
Yes.
So 2-1 technically. 1. 1 success.
One success. I am not going to give.
How's that cigar tasting now? Was that good? Did that taste good in your mouth?
I see him crush the cigar in his hand
Was that
while
good?
it's still lit.
that
How's
was
that-
uncalled for.
About that, does that taste good now? A little bit like sour grapes. I remember them though. No, a little bit.
A truly
bit.
bitter aftertaste.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, but it does.
Are you certain? And he waits for a moment.
Our shack is like deathly quiet. And everything's stopped. The birds aren't chirping anymore. Just nothing. Like,
And even though you
That
don't
was
see it
breathing.
on screen, before it registers in any of your decks, you see Sarah smile, and suddenly all. Of
I'm
your
not
decks
looking at
start to
her.
get
I'm
a
looking like for
ding, ding, ding,
micro
ding, ding,
expressions. Like,
and you see it, and you see your decks start to get a ding, 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 and start filling up in your bank accounts.
hey, I can't see my deck. What does that say? Can you tell me what that says? I can't see it.
We
Can you help
kind of
me
need
out?
verbal assent for this.
1.2 each.
What's that say? Is that what it says? Is that what it says?
Yes, it does.
Oh shit! This is what it says. Hey, I have a question, real quick, before we go. One question, real quick, real fast.
What?
Australia for sale?
Who's the bitch now? Hang up. Enemy for life.
So, can I ask the group a question? Okay, so guys, is there any way this money can get taken out of the accounts?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Dude, just
Clearly,
buy
I'm
something
riding
physical.
high in my
What?
own success.
Buy something physical and
What the
sell
hell
it
am I
for
going to buy
someone else.
for 1.2 billion?
Buy many things.
Fucking anything.
Want a house?
Also,
Want a
like,
couple of houses?
Anything.
Want to buy a house for your house?
wouldn't that mean they kind of shortchanged us? We asked for 5, they gave us 4.8.
Well, she smiled when she got hers.
I said 1.2 each.
Oh, so her also getting 1.2.
Yeah.
Oh, so
She
it's a
got-
total of 6. Awesome.
1.2 meaningless $1 billion.
Oh man, we better not lose this money at the end of this game. I'll be so mad. I need to buy.
Maybe.
Sarah looks very severely at you. They're not expecting to have to pay all of that money.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's some kind of death benefit clause that it goes right back to them.
Quickly writing up a new will.
Hang on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to do. We need what?
We need to
Going
buy
through
it.
my contacts list, I'm like, money launderer, money launderer.
You can watch him go shit real loud.
All right. So, how do you guys want to get into the city? You know that there's gang warfare moving in the city. There might be some. You do know that there are border patrols of Abstergo soldiers that are there as well. But you know where Dante's Inferno is. You know the city well enough that you can move through back streets, move. Pardon me. You can move into the alleys, not the alleys,
Seriously?
the sewers. You know the streets well enough. Yeah.
I vote we buy an AP-10. The gunbird, the huge gunbird whose minigun is so big it has to actually be on the
That's an
side.
AC-130.
Yes, but-
Yeah, but
AC-130.
we
You do
can't
not have
actually
the
spend
time
any
for
of this
that.
money. We have to actually go and do this job now.
yeah.
Is that true?
You might have the ability to spend the money while you go through the city. Yes, that's
I don't
fine.
think they have
but
an
you're not going to get it.
AC-130 ready to go.
You're not going to have that kind
You
of
never
a
know, rednecks are a
plane
thing.
ready.
But
Also,
I could I could
where are
make
they
one
gonna
into a
deliver it?
drone.
They don't. We tell it where to go, and we watch from one of his lawn chairs as the place fucking
One of?
vaporizes.
I have enough.
We could just bomb Seattle with this kind of money.
Nah, I still want
Nah.
Seattle to be there.
No, that's actually
Yeah,
I do too.
I'm pretty sure Sarah would
Welcome,
would very
welcome
much
to being on a
object.
list of some kind. By the way,
yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
All right.
Albert certainly has the right of it. She says.
Yeah, we just can't just indiscriminately bomb a section of the city.
again,
So,
Okay, the first time it wasn't our fault.
sure it wasn't.
I'm sure
All
that's
right.
how the media.
All right, so how the
and
hell are we
law
getting into
enforcement
this
sees
city?
that.
I'd say we go through the sewers and deal,
Yeah, sewers
and
might be the
deal with
best
anything
option.
that comes up.
I'm a fucking
And
billionaire.
good-
We're not going through any sewer.
I'm
Well,
a
can we-
billionaire too. We're going through the sewer.
You can go through the sewer.
Okay, you and you
How are
can
you gonna
walk.
get in there?
I'm
by
officially too
yourself.
good for everything.
I'm too good for everything.
I'm Scrooge McFucking Duck right now. I will
no,
make
no.
a money bin just so I can jump into it and kill myself on impact. 'Cause that's how the rich die, by being stupid.
You know what? I'm gonna give you $1 million if you just shut the fuck up right now.
Fucking sold.
All right, now that he's no longer talking, we're going through the sewers. And
I'm
he's
okay with
gonna
the
agree.
sewers.
What if we get him a little boat? Just so he's not touching the shit, and it's just like a little tug.
No. He agreed to shut up, so he's gonna just agree to whatever I say. So let's go.
Didn't say that.
Well, you talked, so you're not getting the $1 million.
You already sent it.
No, I didn't.
Well, this was a shitty contract. Our business relationship has soured.
We have $1.2 billion each.
He's
I need
my
to buy a
brother.
house.
Our business relationship was already soured.
Can I get
Yeah,
a
it has.
Ooh. Sorry.
All right,
just-
so what are
I
you
think
doing?
it's
We get
Mike
through.
and
We get
I
through
used
this
to be a
job
government employee. I would never see anything like that kind of money. Actually, okay. Sometimes.
for yourself.
How about we just
No.
drive the van up to a sewer hole
For the
and then
slush
go
funds, yeah.
through the damn sewer from
I'm already packing the drones, our gear, extra
Let's go.
ammo.
Sarah, what do you need to prep?
I should be fine. I need about 15 minutes just to make certain my sprites are programmed and ready.
All right.
But
Okay.
that should be about. I
All
should be
right.
fine otherwise.
I'll pack up my
Okay,
stuff.
do you need quiet for that? Because I got stuff to move.
Preferably, they can startle
will-
easily.
I will do my best. Clang, clang, rattle, clang.
Your
All right, let's
mind
load up the van.
she looks at you a little irritated as she's about to sit down in another prayer position, and the first clang, 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 she winces and then looks at you,
Blame the belts.
glaring at first, and then her eyes soften. You remind me of Kara.
They're not going to be softened for long. As I go through my stuff,
Clang, clang.
I go through my duffel bag of things. And I grab a container and I look inside of it and my face just goes red. I'll stomp back into the room, kick a chair out of the way. Like, which one of you fucking animals fucked my Vaseline? I use it for my lips. They get chapped. We're in the forest. You fucking mongrels.
Wait, fuck your Vaseline?
There's a dick hole in my Vaseline.
Okay, well, hold on. How do you know someone didn't just stick like a sausage in it or some shit?
It's curved. There's no sausages. Those have been around for a decade. The world has ended. This is a dick hole in my Vaseline.
Okay. Well, hang on.
I'm showing you the dick hole. Looks like a long mushroom got pushed into my Vaseline.
Okay, hang on. How do you know you didn't get drunk and you did it?
I'm not this big, man. What are you fucking long schlonged assholes? Fucked my Vaseline. This is horse shit. I throw it across the room. It just explodes on the wall. Vaseline everywhere. I'm gonna get chapped lips because one of you can't do porn like a normal human being. Fuck! And I just walk out.
Cut out the section.
I just stomp out of the room.
Spoon it out.
you can afford to buy a new one.
Oh Jesus!
Why don't you just like cut out the parts that had the dick in it?
Shut up!
It's fucking wasteful, dude.
Bullshit. Swear to God.
Okay, look, there's no semen at the bottom of the damn thing, so you know they
Oh,
didn't
God,
finish.
shut up. Just shut up. What's wrong with you? There's no semen in it. Just keep using it. What's wrong with you? I think I know who fucking did it.
I think so too.
Law of deduction. I'm not going to make this roll. I think someone likes to fuck cases of petroleum
Did you
jelly.
find any fucking hair in it? Maybe.
I didn't look that hard. It's all over the wall now.
Devin, from the van. Devin, from the van.
Yeah.
I'm hearing all this, just chuckling. Moving stuff into the van. Throwing the dildo into the...
And with
And the
that,
scene ends with throwing this big floppy purple dildo into the forest. The worst revenge known to man.
I think
I
of
feel
more
like
like a
I
prank.
feel like
God.
I feel like there should have been a bit in there where you just screamed at us to take our pants off just to prove that we didn't do it.
okay. Whew. Back in the scene. Okay. Okay, so you're going to travel to the edge of the city. You're going to find either break through one of the the barrier walls or find an open sewer grate. That's fine. Whichever do you want to do. It's going to be like stealth rolls or combat rolls, whatever you want to do.
Well, I got a decent sneaking, so I can go and try and find a.
You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
You do see that Seattle wall. It doesn't have a wall around it. It's a war zone. It has patrols that belong to different corporations that are moving around the perimeter.
Yeah, I do.
I've sneaked
I ain't found shit.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
Devin, I'm
Yeah.
just going to use the Lockheed. Get it up in Overwatch.
Oh, good man. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay.
It is kind of
get an
my
extra.
job.
Take an extra. If he's using the Lockheed to actually get surveillance, take an extra. I'll give you 2 circumstantial dice for that
Oh, good.
when you're doing your stealth.
Sure, I'll
Scott,
do
go. Go, Scott, go.
You're
Damn.
going to need to get past the
Hang on. I gotta
patrols.
put my mic
Is there anyone? Is there anyone else who is going to be helping him with it? Don't roll yet. Don't roll yet. Is there anything anything either of you two are doing to help this roll?
So he's. Sorry, walk me through what's
The
going on.
Lockheed drone is doing a patrol of the area where the group of you are going to be entering. He's looking
Right.
for sewer grates and where the patrols are. That's helping his stealth roll. If there's anything else that you guys feel you can do with the guards or with the general
Yeah.
to aid the
There's
general
a-
circumstance.
there's a particular spell that I have that is called entertainment.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what it does. Mind out of the gutter, man. Come on.
I just we're
Enter-
going to
it
so
play-
you're
It
like,
plays
I'll
your favorite
entertain.
YouTube clip,
It
which may or may not be Baby Shark.
Is it essentially an illusion spell
It's an illusion
that I
spell,
get to
yes.
decide what it is?
Uh-huh.
Great. It'll look like a couple people trying to run into the city.
Oh, well done.
That
okay.
is just
all right.
that like a click away from us.
Okay. All right. That will actually lower the difficulty of the threshold rather than give him more dice because it's not
But it's
making
fine.
his
It
job
still,
easier.
it still helps.
James, anything yourself?
And that's a line of sight spell. So I'll just
Jacko Many Names is now hosting us.
Thank
Hey,
you, Jack.
Jack.
Good to see you, man. Thank you for watching the
It was
stream.
only after we fucked the Vaseline were we worthy of being shared.
According to Jack, anyway.
Now, none of us fucked the Vaseline. It was a drone.
Oh.
All right. James, anything.
Christ. Worst people alive.
Worst part is we all chipped in on the dildo.
fucking- Just
No?
I don't know what the role is, but I want to push Flynn down some stairs at some point in the future.
I'll
No,
keep
no,
that in
after
mind.
we get in the
Tackle?
city.
I don't know.
After we
We'll
get in
find
the
Keep
city.
that in mind.
Yeah,
That's
because
fine.
I need stairs to push him down, so it's got to be
Yes.
in the city. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just
Okay.
putting that.
All right, so you're going to need a threshold of 2 instead of 3
All right.
because of his help of entertainment, and yeah, that will be it. And so do your roll. You need a threshold of 2 hits total.
Like Devin, not a lot of stairs, like 12 to 14 max.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so hang on. I gotta figure the cancels out on this one. 1, 2, 3. 4 successes. Huh. I wish 4s counted.
Yeah, no.
4 successes, 4 hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So between the health that so you leave and you immediately you're looking at the surveillance, and as you see on the surveillance the illusions created by Albert cause the agents of, ironically, Lone Star, we'll say in this case, even though there's a lot of other corporations, run after the insurgents who are trying to fire guns after the insurgent illusions. You make your way in, sneak into an area, and you find a sewer grate that you can lift off the ground. And as quietly as possible, I need you to make let's make it a agility check, just raw agility.
Come on, Mike, you can do it.
Use the code word.
I apparently can. I got one success.
Okay, that's actually all you needed. Just, all I'm doing is lifting the grate without making a noise.
Yeah.
So you lift the grate, set it aside, and signal everyone to come over. James, do you go in the sewer?
I begrudgingly go in the sewer, knowing that life will pay me back
In spades later.
In spades later,
Okay,
yes.
all right,
Because as a higher form of human being now than everyone else, I know that by lowering myself to this horrific bottom run,
We're gonna lose this
again,
money so bad.
that I'm going to eventually be given back in karma later.
Okay, fair.
You can't buy karma.
You can't buy karma.
You
No.
can't.
So
it's the
you
one
travel
thing you
through
can't buy.
the
So it is
sewers,
the one thing you
and
can't buy.
echoing off the walls as you move into the sewers, slowly move the grate back. What are you doing with the rest of your drones?
That's a life lesson
Oh.
from D20 Life, by the way. You
They're
can't
all
buy
going in.
karma.
Well, I'm packing up as many as I can.
Doberman won't fit unless it goes through the streets. It's too big.
Yeah, I get that.
The rest of your
My stuff.
walkers could. They're
Oh, I
making.
know.
They're going to make a fair bit of noise, but
No, they're
they
not.
could. No, you're gonna fold them up.
He's lined
Yeah.
them with felt.
Okay, all right.
Dude, I got body 4.
Yeah.
I'm beefy.
Okay, so you're folding all of so you're causing them all to retract, and you're carrying them all in your backpack.
Oh, backpack, duffel bag, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
What a
okay.
thrill. in darkness.
So your feet slosh through the sewers. The smell, the usual smell of latrine and shit,
And we've made it inside, right?
you're in and under the city. You're moving without issue.
I will just I'll just walk behind him, and as we're moving through at a decent pace, I will just casually kick his leg so that it hooks behind his own leg and he face plants.
Yeah, we kept the friendship
Splash.
and family alive.
I get up, calmly wipe myself off, and I look him in the fucking eye.
Yeah.
Mom liked me better.
Who gives a shit? I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich too. Call me $1 million.
Look,
you're a
both of
piece
you
shit.
guys could buy new mothers, okay?
Wow. Moving on. Jesus.
Where do you come from?
You know
The
what
verse.
I actually
What
want
the
to know.
fuck hellscape do you come
So,
from?
Devin, I
nice,
didn't take the
actually.
I don't
Doberman
think
or the
it is.
Dalmatian. I did take the
What does it
gun
say?
off it, though.
Animal.
You took the
Total
gun off of
animal.
the Dalmatian?
Off the Doberman.
Okay. All right. Yep. So you got a rail.
Oh, no, I got me an AK.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, sorry, wrong drone. That's fine. You can carry that. So the, as I was saying, the smells that were usual for the sewers have actually been joined and mingled as you are passing grate after grate, moving deeper into the city, of a large amount of acrid metallic smell. You can tell that there is that mercury metal parts singed and burned, pieces of gear, or drones, weaponry are all up there. And the deeper you go into the city, the more of a hellscape you're likely to find on the other side, as you move towards in the southeast area of the city where Dante's Inferno was. Neonet headquarters not being that far behind. You do see you see both bodies scored, burned, and charred that have been thrown into the sewers to clear the way, to clear the streets for
Holy
whatever else.
Christ.
There is you hear the rumbling of machinery above you, and every now and then you hear the peppering of gunfire and the distinct crack of laser fire. As you move deeper into the city. Yeah.
Devin,
Shit,
would it
lasers
be
were an
fair
option?
to say that
Apparently
I hear
lasers are an
literally?
option.
Would it be fair to say that I literally hear the opening of Terminator both 1 and 2?
Dun
Okay.
dun 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 dun
Just
dun dun dun
Not that part,
dun
but sure.
dun.
Stop bringing it straight.
And there was when you get to the
You just
general
do it
area that you
bad,
believed
like worse. Dun, 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 dun.
Just throw the pitch. When you get to the general area where you believe Dante's Inferno to be, you simply come to a wall in the ground, which makes sense because the sewers sort of move around the underground nature of the club, and you see a single sewer grate above you with flashes of explosions and artillery off in the distance that are sort of.
I don't know, man. There's
creating
no way in
light.
hell a man makes a 9-layered hell club and doesn't have a secret entrance to like some sort of escape.
Do you know where it is?
There's no way in hell.
Well,
I have no
let's see if it's
idea,
in
but
front
there's
of
no
us.
way in hell this guy didn't make an escape.
Let's
hatch.
see
What do you
if
have
it's
your
in front of us.
contacts?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh,
I've
is
got a
Sarah with
city
us?
Yeah.
I can just ask him. Shit.
Hang on. Is Sarah with us?
Sarah is with you. Yes.
Or we could just ask the club owner who we know personally.
Oh, ring a ding ding. Don't know why I
You're
did that, I'm
calmed into
sorry.
you hear the speaker over the comms. James, good to hear your voice again. I'm glad you are alive.
Oh my
We can
god, he's the first
conclude
person
our
who's ever
business.
said that to me. I'm so
We can
flattered.
conclude our business.
Yes.
Have you arrived?
We
Kind
have. Yes. We're actually in the tunnels under the city, the sewers.
Send a ping. I need to know where you are specifically.
Doop. I don't know what a ping sound makes, so
So,
that's what mine makes. I put a custom noise.
You wait a few seconds, 5, 6, 7, and suddenly you hear the grating of the brick wall in
Fuck
front
yeah,
of
I
you.
knew there was a wall. It was going to slide across like an Egyptian tomb. This was happening. I knew it.
And it
Same
opens up,
wavelength.
and on the other side, backlit by
That's
the
exciting.
backlit by the
I have
the
my hands in
fluorescence.
the air.
Yeah,
like-
backlit by the fluorescent
Put your
lights
hands
that are
up
that are
in
still
the
on
air.
and that are still on in the club, though nowhere near as bright
club.
as when you were
See what I
last
did there?
here.
Yeah.
Is an immense
Yeah.
figure with
Totally
long
gets it.
horns, and steps out into the light. James, good to see you again.
Hey,
And you
he's
see
still alive.
Boris,
Yes.
a little worse for wear, dirty, but dirty, little scarred, but he extends his hand. Little Tusk.
Good to see you.
He clasps your arm. All you alive, all you move. Oh, you the one who killed my friends and guards.
No, I was the guy who choked them out. Then they got shot by somebody else.
This is true. I will forgive this.
He,
You are
he
not-
actively didn't shoot them.
Yeah.
He
you
was
were
very-
you were merely by association a result of their deaths. Thank you for merely choking them.
Yeah.
First time
Excellent.
anyone's ever said that to you, I bet.
Hey.
And like
God, you were big.
Dante wishes to see you. He has way of you getting where you need to go. I
Kind of,
don't understand.
Like murmur to we don't fuck around with him.
So yeah, just
He'll pull your head clean off.
as we all go in, I'm like, please don't make me your bride.
Like Mortal Kombat style. He'll just pull your head clean out.
The circumference of his bicep is most of your torso.
It's gross.
Give you an idea.
Literally, as we go by, I just kind of give him a long look, like I'm trying to intimidate him, and just look him in the eyes and go, "Please don't make me your bride."
Treat him like a forklift that came to life.
I am. I ask
Like
it not
that's
to make
like-
me its bride.
That same level of reverence. Like just stay like 6 feet away at all times.
You tried to kill me.
You pass on the inside of the club, and you see that he actually has a large, sawed-off shotgun leaning against the wall. That is
That's
in
for
front.
show,
That
right?
is behind. What? Sorry.
That's for show, right?
He looks at you. Oh no.
Because
And Clarice has seen much experience of late.
I didn't think you'd need it. I
I,
think
has
you
a
just take a
name?
finger and you jab it at someone and they explode.
is true.
Only works on elves.
Fuck elves.
Is true.
You're
but,
enough.
Both elves.
Oh shit.
But the moment there were too many things above the count of 4 that I can do, too many enemies. And you realize and you remember, oh yeah, he's not the best at math.
No,
And
no.
like,
I actually walk up to him. Boris,
uh,
and I pull up the pinky. There you go.
4.
he's 4?
One
That's
too
4.
many lots.
I show you else I got. I kill many of the 4s. Now
Yeah.
I show you. He opens a side door and you see the remnants of a number of different plates of the black armor of the Abstergo soldiers, and they've all kind of
shit.
been like riveted together and molded together, and it looks like a horrible tower shield with a spot of a U for a shotgun over top of it.
Damn, son.
That is about 6.5 feet tall to cover his shoulders. And like, many fours.
Do you have some extra pieces kicking around, buddy?
Damn.
How did
He's
this guy not
only
kick my
piece.
ass last time I
No,
got
no.
in here?
Oh,
Devin,
How
I'm
did this guy
actually
not
looking
kick
it
my ass
over.
last time I got in here?
Boris?
It's yeah.
Boris,
I don't think you encountered
I
it.
understand you don't have a lot of mechanical experience.
Hmm.
You have a talent.
Thank
Build
you.
up on this talent.
Thank you, little Tusk. I appreciate this.
Boris the armor merchant.
And like,
I can help you with
Dante is waiting
Yeah.
for you on second floor.
I was just gonna say if you had extra
Okay.
pieces lying around,
Yes,
maybe
little one.
steal some. But
Yeah, that's fair. So can we get a shower before we go in there and not offend him or like not ruin his couches?
There is bathrooms.
can I suggest he lets us take off our shoes and then he gives us those white flip flops that you get at a spa?
Sure.
So
Like-
we all move in with fluffy white flip flops.
There are some small creature
I have
comforts left.
throwback Dark Martens. They are not coming off.
Okay, well that's on you.
Do you happen to have anything that could clean this, like a washing machine or
He gives
something?
us
Clean
those
what?
baggies that goes over shoes that
Or shit-covered shoes?
Oh, I did. He calls over one of the waitresses. Like, bring them to bathrooms. Bring them nice robes. They will meet with Dante in robes, and then we will clean their things. Not too certain. We don't have too much time. You get this done quickly, yes? And she nods her head and leads you off. Leads you to an area where there are 4 nicely piled, folded robes for you to change into.
I love this
5,
place.
actually. Sorry.
I was about to say.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
no,
It's coming
no.
later.
Okay.
No.
Later.
So you meet with Dante in his room, and Algieri nods his head.
I still have all my drones.
Welcome, gentlemen. So it seems that we have a moment in which we can make ourselves square, James. I've had a working relationship with Lone Star and Ares and various other splinter sections of the major corporations that Abstergo has worked with. The moment I found one Abstergo cell, the rest of the cells were easier to get a hold of.
Uh-huh.
So we have a contingent of people who will be able to escort you to the Neonet offices before you move in.
Okay,
An
that
attack.
sounds great, actually. Escorts are always lovely.
So, but we don't have much time. So I wish to keep this meeting short. Your armor, you'll be provided with it. You'll be provided with your art with armor, weaponry, what we have available. But
All the magic
you are
words.
meant to.
All the magic words.
But you are going to need to move quickly.
Yes, of course.
You will have a small contingent of knights errant who will move with you.
Okay.
But the rest will stay with us, creating a diversion of sorts.
Sure.
And he looks over. He looks over to Sarah. Is this the one?
That's her.
She nods her head. I'm truly sorry for your son's loss. I have had time to grieve. James will give me the final piece to that. It is my hope.
Absolutely. We're going to see this done one way or another.
He quickly draws a gun and flips it in his hand, slamming it on the table.
You okay?
Alieri's pistol. Then he slides it across the table.
I think he wants that to be the kill shot.
I can make that happen.
Nods his head. I just hope that something of value came out of this, and his eyes burrow deep into Sarah as he looks her over. Thank you for giving me a form of peace. I will consider us square.
Excellent, because I have an idea.
What?
Well, the rest of us have come into quite a bit of money recently.
What are you doing?
I, being that this is my most favorite place in the world, and I love what you've done with this entire aesthetic, would like to invest in your business. I think that sticking with the theme of the 9 layers of hell, by the way, which is super edgy and I dig it. What if you did a 7-layer building on top of it, where it was a day spa and then a night club?
Actually, there should be if you're going for the full Divine Comedy, you should
Yeah.
have 3 layers of purgatory in the middle as well.
Don't be
Office-
pedantic.
Oh,
Anyways,
that's office spaces.
don't be pedantic.
No,
Literally heard Sam hit
no.
the table.
You
There's
come
a day
back
spa
and we
and a
will
gym.
discuss.
Yeah, I just
Just make the middle layers like a bordello. It would be awesome.
Oh hell!
But-
I want in on this.
Since we now have
I was gonna go
An
with bordello,
agreement.
but I thought it was a little bit slimy.
Well, that's the front for the other 2 layars.
agreement,
You're the worst.
rest, clein yourselves, gather what gear you have offered. We have a bit of a trek.
Is it though?
We have a bit of a trek to do.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
All right.
Right.
That is-
So we were talking about weapons. I know you want that gun to be like the last shot and all that. Can I get like a tow rocket?
Do you have the space in your wetware for such a thing?
No, I mean like one like on a rocket launcher on like my shoulder.
Ah,
He wants a surface-to-surface missile, is what he's asking for.
Or a mortar, like I want to like
Good
What is
old-fashioned
this,
laws, that kind of
1942?
thing.
He wants a surface-to-surface missile.
I will see what I can do.
I want
a mortar.
insert name of the rocket launcher
doing?
from Metal Gear Solid.
Where do you... What?
I said I want what's the rocket launcher from Metal Gear Solid? The one where
That's a
Snake's.
Nikita.
Thank you, Nikita.
That's not a real thing.
Then what the
Not
hell
really.
is it? Then what the hell's the closest thing to it?
Dude, just get a law or a toe.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
He wants a fucking
He
rocket
wants
launcher.
a rocket launcher. Yes.
Okay.
And like at
He
least
wants a Gustav.
3 rockets.
You do
I
not
might
ask
miss.
for much.
He also wants, apparently, a support crew to carry them around for him.
Yes.
Indeed, yes. It's a good thing the Knights Errant
They're only
have
45 pounds apiece, whatever.
it's a good thing the Knights Errant don't already have, a great deal of armor and equipment on their
Yeah, I'm
backs.
glad they're not
Actually, you know
weighed
what?
down
Forget
already
that.
so they can carry
Just
it.
a normal grenade launcher will be fine.
There you go.
A run-of-the-mill
Thank you.
grenade launcher, if you please.
Yes. Thank you for your
I'll pay.
understanding of our limited resources.
I'll pay.
Very good.
It's not an issue.
Would you
of
like
payment,
an
you
assault
moron.
rifle instead?
No, I've got
They
an
may
assault
not
rifle.
have that.
I need a high. Okay, fine. You want to put it in proper terms? I
see
need a
where
way
this
to
goes.
deploy a high yield explosive, not in front of my face.
I think he needs a beanbag gun.
Thanks, Tyler.
Or how about
So-
you use an arm to throw a grenade?
I could miss,
That is a you problem.
You could very easily miss with
Yes.
other bigger explosives.
but the
Exactly.
range of missing is further away from me.
This is true.
You're given a little bit of a
This is
short
true.
bit of rest. Your equipment is cleaned. You're given body armor that will give you a couple of additional levels of health should
Cool.
you need it. I'm sure you will.
And we have a long argument about rockets.
Oh, yeah.
And you meet it, and you meet Boris and a small contingent of the same individuals who you saw in the club not a couple of months ago with the heavy-set armor, the large tower shields, and the electric flails, only they're retracted at the moment and holstered.
I'm
Second
gonna look up
jobs.
personal rocket launchers to figure out what the hell I'm
They-
looking for.
And Dante continues to moves, opens a door in the back of his own office, and you see a set of stairs. And you move down the set of stairs a step at a time. They're all well made. And as you're circling down the different levels, you realize that these levels aren't actually real. They're some of them are club layers. About the first 4 are different themes of the club going down. But once you pass the 6th layer, it stops having a club theme. And starts being more business, more practical. And they're much smaller spaces. And the moment you pass into the 6th area, I need you guys to make an awareness roll each, or
Perception.
perception. Thank you. I play too many systems.
maybe? Yeah.
Jesus.
It's okay. We'll play the synonym game until we find out which one's in this one.
It's like awareness,
perception,
alertness, spot, perception. That one.
Look around.
Look around.
I'm a little
I got
distracted.
two hits.
2 hits.
I'm
0.
a little distracted.
Okay. All right.
Oh, shit. Drop one.
You actually are distracted by Sarah
Hey.
moving her hand along moving the wall. It's almost like she feels something.
2.
2. 2.
2.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I found out the proper name for what I would have asked for.
What is that?
Either an Armtech MGL-12
Mm-hmm.
or an As Technology Striker.
No, to the latter.
Okay, cool.
The first
Hard
one.
no.
That one takes missiles.
a hard no to the striker. That's a much higher level of notoriety associated with that.
Doesn't that one have to be strapped to a vehicle?
Also, as tech.
But I have a bag of holding, so it's okay.
I don't think you can strap a rocket launcher to a bag of holding.
Put it in the bag of holding. Don't be a
And then
tit.
you what? Reach in there, get
So-
your arm around under the trigger. What the hell are you talking about?
So Rod,
It's like those snake arms.
Rodney, you see Sarah's hand is tracing along along the wall. Likely she's feeling for any spirits and sprites moving around, trying to see if there is any tech, and clearly she feels something. While you're moving through the lights, the two of you both see. Being elves, you have the ability to see and see more detail in dark.
As do I.
You do, yeah. You both have beautiful eyes.
Shut up.
The walls have taken on, instead of being rectangular bricks and stone, they've actually taken on more of a slight concave nature, oval. And the bricks turn into these. They are built similar to bricks, but they're piled one on top of the other all the way along the wall, and the texture of the wall has
Like a scale?
like a scale style like texture and architecture to it. And
Yeah, this is a little weird.
as it moves down, and Dante looks back at you and like, try not to think too hard on it. And you could swear that when he turns his head back, his eyes flash a little. And you continue down. You hear him call from further down the
Can I do
the hallway.
anything similar to like to detect magic? What the F is this?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do I roll?
You reach out with your essence, and you realize that the walls themselves, especially down here, where it's much more where the mana is much stronger because they haven't replaced them with bricks. There is traces of mana that go very deep all the way down. And you also realize as you're looking around that instead of it actually being a rectangular form, it's conical, it's circular. Almost like something has slithered and burrowed down.
I'm going to do the opposite of what Tom's doing and selectively delete that from my memory. I'm going to do the opposite of exploring what the fuck is going on.
Dante presses a hand against a wall, and it opens up into a long sewer-like hallway, and turns to the rest of the knights errant. Bring them into the building. That'll bring you to the basement of Neonet. I've been having construction going on, and you see that there is ramshackle construction all the way along stone that has been blasted and framework that has been put up to keep the tunnel from collapsing. Like, that should bring you to the basement of Neonet.
How long of a trek are we talking about? Like, Google Maps it for me.
You're looking at like a dozen city blocks.
Okay.
Can we do it underground? Do you have like a minecart system?
No, it's a
Subway?
walk, sadly.
I tried. Guys, I tried.
I know. I'm also too good for walking.
Can we get an Uber there?
No.
No.
The knights errant follow you.
Can I ride on one of their shoulders? I don't want to walk anymore.
You could try. Yes. You can certainly try. They don't like it too much. They try and shrug you off.
I'm going to try to pay them.
One of them agrees and puts you on his shoulder. When you pay enough money.
That's how this works.
Yeah, you're moving down the hallway and through the hallway, and the closer you actually get, Sarah, when you are a couple of minutes out, Sarah calls out like, "Stop! Wait! I'm starting to reach the exterior of their network."
You stop suddenly and I almost fall off, but I catch my balance.
It is. And you see her moving about the lines of code, spiraling and circling around her. I don't think I can go further than this. There is far too many defenses. There's far too much ice in the way. If I don't stay here and clear this, you're not even going to get anywhere close to them.
Do we camp out?
No. She has to stay here to deal with this.
Oh.
Or we are not even going to be able to keep going.
Okay, well, have a good time. Give the lady a lawn chair. Gonna be a while.
Give me 10 minutes and then go.
Okay.
Okay. How many knights errant are with us?
About a half dozen. The
Hey,
rest
Sarah.
are all
I'd-
above ground.
No, but I'd say like 2 of you guys stay with her after we go.
They look to you. Are you certain? Comes out from the hollow metallic interior of their helmets.
Oh,
So rad.
let's put it this way.
So
do you
rad.
want us to lose our hacker in the middle of a job?
I have simply been given orders to follow what you say.
How about
This
50
is-
million each?
No,
Why?
Why?
They were-
Why? They were gonna do
No,
it.
hold
You-
on. He wants to spend his money on people already
Fine.
set to follow orders. That's
Agreed.
We don't
Done.
have that many.
Go to
billion.
the stay.
fine. Agreed. They're all looking at each other like,
Was
what
that
the
like
fuck?
1/10 of your wealth?
Hardly.
No,
1%.
1%. Okay, my math.
Sarah begins to
Less,
move. Sarah
but
begins to
still.
move through move through the motions of starting
Is it-
to
oh, yeah.
reach out to the different systems.
Let me know in the comments below how bad my math was.
Well, we got 1.2 billion, and there's 1,000.
Her eyes are glowing green.
millions in the billion.
This is what
Pulling
comment
up my
section's
deck
for.
just to keep an eye.
As you pull out your
So,
deck, you see that
let's-
she's embedded herself deep in the system and is
Just a
moving
little under
through
1%.
and you can
that's
see
not
her icons moving it in NeoNet's entire system.
I was
Um,
right. See? I was right all
and
the
it's
time.
and
0.01, right?
she is having to spread herself far to try and keep track of all of this. What?
Sorry.
We're doing
Oh,
the
no.
math on how much money he just blew.
Oh, well, there you
Like
go.
percentage-wise.
Yeah.
It's 0.01%.
There you go. So you
And
and you see that her icons
it's-
moving
yeah.
deep into NeoNet systems,
Little worse
and she's needing to spread herself pretty darn thin to keep up with what's out there. And like, I'll do my best, and I will do what I can to keep the threats off of you, at least in terms of drones. Thank you for doing this.
Thanks for
Hey.
staying behind.
Thanks for saving our asses from a lot
I
of bullets.
can't really use this assault rifle.
Okay.
Can you take it off
So
my
we
hands?
will move
I
on.
already got an assault
Yep.
rifle.
We'll be
What's it
back to pick you up later.
do? What is this?
Mm.
Does
that make promises I can't keep?
97. Let me check
Her
it out.
glowing green eyes look at you. Like, I would hope so.
I am feeling confident.
I'm glad you are.
I'm
We
always-
need to. I'm less confident and more certain this needs to happen. Go. I'll be fine with these guards.
All right.
It's like slightly cheaper than the one I have. All right, I'll take it.
Mike,
Yo,
pay attention.
sorry.
You have your gun. What are you looking at now?
No, he was trading weapons with me.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought you were still looking at the rocket launcher. Like,
No,
you
I was
have
ringing
your
up. I was
stats.
ringing up my existing guns,
Oh,
so I
okay.
understood them better because I don't want to keep asking the GM questions and
That's a
being
good
a
point.
bother.
It's a good point. Fair enough.
Because I
Okay.
care.
He does care.
And
though.
now
he
I
does
got
care.
chastised, and now I've been shamed.
And
Oh.
literally moving on. Let's
Moving
move
on.
forward.
Yes.
I think we should
All right.
focus on this.
So,
So-
you guys are at the
Also,
basement
I
of the
wanted to say
tower.
to Sarah was, hey, Sarah, listen, if you kind of want to relocate when this is all said and done, maybe to like a farm or something, I do know a place. I mean, it's just an option. You don't have to. I don't know. If you really like your wife, I think. I don't know.
Thank you, Flynn.
You're
No
gonna
problem.
take her to a farm
If she wants
so
that.
she can see at the end of her days.
That's what she
You
wants.
for
I'm
some
offering,
reason.
you giant raging asshole.
Doesn't it-
You're a weird Vaseline fucker. You know that?
It's beginning, and you hear an explosion
We
well
will
above
talk
in the
later.
distance
Will we?
through the stone, and the
Yes.
explosions are large enough that it's actually rocking the structure all these levels down.
Okay.
That's our cue, I think.
Yeah, our cue to go.
Let's go.
Guys, I'm staying.
Why?
I put the drones down. I flip up my deck and I take a seat.
You
That's
don't
a
need.
lot for one more. That's a lot for one person. You need
I can
another decker.
handle this, Rodney. That's enough.
Oh, fuck off! Take the help, guys. Go ahead. I'll catch up.
He's not gonna catch up, is he?
We needed him for a bullet sponge.
I actually do.
I don't know, man. It's been that kind of a day.
Whatever. I want to go be a hero.
James,
let's go.
James, come here quickly. If Rodney is insisting on doing this, give me your hand.
Grabs her hand.
You see, she puts her hand on your deck, and you see your deck is surrounded by lines of code.
I do have a deck.
You do have a comsat.
I
the
do.
comsat deck, and like, if you're insisting on staying here with me, then then the other resources that you have need to go somewhere else.
Oh no.
I
And
know.
You see the lights on each of Rodney's drones go, and you see on your deck that Sin copied, Sin acquired, Sin reallocated.
I'm the technician. Our chances of survival just dropped into the toilet. Let's go.
You are not a technician. They will simply follow your commands now.
All right.
Right on.
So,
So
like,
I pull out.
verbal.
Aye.
Okay, my guns.
Am I a
Yeah.
robo god?
you have control. You have
So
control
yes,
through
so
your
yes,
through your
yes,
comm link
so
of the
yes,
drone. So
so
sure,
yes.
if you want to see
So
it that
yes,
way, that's
so
fine.
yes.
James.
Yes.
Mike
James.
Brown has subscribed.
Hey.
Thank you, Mike.
So I'm gonna pull out now that I know what my guns are, my FNP 93 Praetor, because it's a submachine gun, which I can hold one-handed.
Okay.
And my Ares Predator 5 or V.
It's a 5.
Yeah.
I know.
V for
I'm
Victor.
just gonna basically
Both are very big, and I like them.
open up my coat to reveal the bandolier of knives
Yes.
on each side, and take one into each hand.
I'm so glad you brought a bunch of knives to a robot fight.
Hang on to these.
Oh shit! Why?
Because I asked her to
Those
print
are the
them off,
drones.
and those are your drones. So the three of you, along with the other four knights errant, the small squad that is needed to move through the stairwells and other areas of Neonet, start your climb through the building, and after the group of you leave and the two errant knights are only there to watching the area, she turns to you one more time. You certain? I don't need this help.
You don't need the help. Right. You're getting it.
This is my fault, Rodney. I asked you to help me, and I asked you to save me. This is my
Next up on
choice.
who can be
Hold
a
on.
martyr?
Your fault. So you got out of that tube on your own.
Stop it.
So you got out of the tube on your own. I hit the release. I pushed the button. I listened. I am just as culpable as you are. So, accept my fucking help.
Fine.
Besides,
You're,
if I get burned on this, it's just one more.
I'm sorry I'm bothering you with all my friendship.
You're part of the fucking crew, and we don't leave each other behind.
She points to a section of the wall. That's a jack point. You'll
Awesome.
need something.
Are we still in a tunnel?
So you move you were
Why is there a wall socket?
Welcome to the future.
because you can actually see the basement. Like Neonet goes further down and
Can you
further up.
imagine being that poor technician who's like, so where am I setting up all these ports? In the sewer. You're like, why? Because it's the
Maintenance
future. And
No,
that's
no,
what the
maintenance
work
guy's
order
gotta get
says.
in.
Get down there.
But no, as
That's
you
gotta stop somewhere.
The area of Neonet that they have bombed and broken the wall of. There are stairs that continue to go down and stairs that continue to go up. So it's a large. There's parking lots. There's other offices. It's an immense structure.
I don't know
So,
shit about infrastructure.
yeah.
Let's do this.
Devin,
Yeah.
may I retcon one thing about my character?
Sure.
Since I can't hold two weapons and my suitcase at the same time, may I get a shoulder strap
Shoulder strap or what?
to connect my suitcase so that I can wear it like a satchel?
Sure.
Cool.
That's fine. That is a very minor.
And
Could have
if-
just
you
said
know I
you
had a
had one this
duffel
whole
bag,
time. It
right?
just never
Yeah.
came
I
up.
wanted to be polite and respect the verisimilitude of his game.
Okay.
Verisimilitude.
Similitude. What the fuck?
I think
So
we have some
Rodney,
joke.
you
You
Rodney,
guys
you
making fun of
connect
me.
it. Moving on, you connect your the wires move out of your deck and connect into the wall
Oh
sockets.
fuck no! I got a cyber deck.
Oh, well, there you go. You
Yeah,
can
just-
connect. So
He's jacked into the Matrix.
here's how this is
Quite
going to
literally.
work. You can while they're moving up, you can either AR to AR jack, low jack, or hot jack.
Okay.
And you get faster with each one, but the problem is
Sounds so gross.
in AR you can't actually be harmed in the Matrix. If you do a soft jack, you're getting bashing damage. You do a hot jack, you're doing. Shut up, Jordan.
The hot jack costs more. Yes.
You are going to get lethal damage in the Matrix,
Okay.
but you're going to get progressively faster. You get to more actions because you are moving at the speed of digital signals. That the more severe you have a connection to the Matrix.
Well, fuck it. I'm an orc. I got a lot of health. Hot jack.
So your connectors speed up, heat up, and the internal cooling system on your cyber deck starts to cool your body, but the deck in and of itself shoots out several piercing small needles, so it can actually
Make
draw
sure you
on
lube
your
up
on your
first.
life systems. into your arm, and you have a wince as you're jacked into the matrix. The matrix in and of itself is nothing but a beautiful screens, and every piece of structure is made of translucent glass. Number of icons that all represent every single individual piece of technology that is in the real space is represented by small icons or very large icons, depending on the importance of the thing in matrix space. But otherwise, it looks like the real world, almost like an overlay of the real world. And you can see these three and their icons moving up through the stairwell along with the Knights Errant. So, the group of you move through several floors, continuing to either move stealthily as possible or fire your guns only when necessary. You've encountered several Abstergo soldiers as you're moving your way up, and the first instance of true conflict that you come to as you exit a stairwell, come to a long hallway, and there is at the other end of the hallway pools of mercury that start to gather, and their bodies shape and move and alter into a large dog each of them into a large dog that is about half your height each. Their limbs mechanical, their breath letting out a silver mist, their tongues lashing out in front, and two Abstergo soldiers behind them. You see, Albert, what you describe in your world as a hellhound, but this is much more of a mechanical dog, along with the two other Abstergo soldiers behind. Roll initiative.
That's a big ass dog.
Rodney, instead of 1d6 like the rest of them, you roll 3d6.
Okay.
Okay. Devin, I have an 8/10, but the 8's grayed out. Does that mean that's...
You have the 8/10 because you took gear from session 2 that actually increases your speed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then 11.
11 for Flynn. Okay.
Are we rolling like physical initiative?
You should have an initiative stat if you can find.
So it's 10 plus this.
Plus 3d6.
Yeah.
No. 1d6 for you, sir.
It says 3d6.
You don't have the capacity for that. What
Okay,
kind of
so I'm just
cyber
rolling-
do you have?
I just took the one success.
Oh, okay. No. It's a total. You're
Oh, okay.
rolling 1d6 plus the 10.
Okay, it's the exact same number.
There you go. Okay.
14 for me.
14 for you. Okay.
Damn.
I rolled 6.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
9.
9. Okay. All right. And Rodney?
20.
20. Okay.
What?
All right.
Well, he rolled multiple dice.
Oh.
He's in the Matrix and gets to function faster. All right, so you see them as they're moving through, and you see the icons for the Hellhounds, and as well as the icons for the Abstergo dogs.
Okay.
In and of themselves, the Hellhounds are made up of a very different looking binary code. It's actually kind of familiar binary code.
Okay.
You can't quite place it yet, but but they have a different glow to them in the Matrix than the other two do. So what are you going to do?
Okay, so I have the Hellhounds.
You have the Hellhounds, you have them. You can see all the icons of their guns, all the icons of their equipment. You know that you can hack into their equipment and alter that. You can hack into the Hellhounds if you'd want to. And Sarah is sending out sprites that are moving towards the guns of the soldiers. And you know that she's going to be having the sprites gum up the workings of the soldiers' guns.
Okay. I gotta stop the Hellhounds.
Okay, all right. So make a data processing roll, what type of action do you want to actually take against them? Yeah. What type of action do you want to take against them? Are you trying to stop them? Are you trying to reduce their dice that they have? Are you outright attacking them?
I'm gonna reduce the amount of dice they have.
Okay.
There's
all right.
enough guns on them.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, go ahead. And Albert, you're on deck, so.
Okay.
Yep.
What's Albert's solution to robot dogs?
You'll hear it soon.
I'm sure we'll all hear it soon.
One success. All right, they're gonna have their countermeasures, and their defensive countermeasures have a single success. So your first attempt doesn't work. Initiative is reduced by a step, and you get to go again before they do.
Okay.
Try again.
He gets multiple attempts.
He gets multiple attempts because initiative is reduced by 5 every time. He
I
has
can
20,
get a
goes
free-
to
Oh,
15.
I-
20
I-
goes to 15, and then he
Oh,
gets...
I thought it was by 10. My
No.
bad. Okay.
No.
Okay, so with my dice pool, it's every 3 dice I have I can turn into 1 hit.
4.
4 dice.
Yep.
Okay. 2 automatic hits. I
Okay.
will roll 1 dice.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. So you manage to you see that the systems in the real world, real space, you see that the body of one of the hellhounds starts to twitch and move, and as if by virus in and of itself transitions to the other hound. Both of them are twitching, moving, and electricity is coursing through them. They're moving a lot slower as a result. Albert, go.
Shazam! Blast one of the. I'll target a different hellhound. How many targets are there?
2 hellhounds, 2 soldiers.
Okay, I'll target the other hellhound with a lightning bolt.
Okay. All right.
So I'm just gonna roll. Could you hold this?
Sure.
Dirtiest look from the tech guy for that one. It was gentle jiggling. No? Okay, fair enough.
That's 3 successes, so it'll be 3 damage.
Yep. 3 damage. Okay. All right. Nicely done.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
wanna
Next
restate
up,
what it was 'cause
next
they couldn't
up
actually-
is
I'm pretty sure. That
next up is Flynn.
3 successes.
Next
Yep.
up is Flynn,
Rock
Go.
and roll.
and the soldiers will go, followed by James.
Cool. I'm going to. I obviously can't fire both my guns at the same time. Right. So I'm going to fuse my FNHAR, which has a 12, but since I up my shooting, that's 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Now,
I have a question. Would you want to basically only roll 1 dice but have 3 guaranteed successes? Because dice hates you.
I can sacrifice 4 and get an automatic success.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you're
Yeah,
guaranteed
Oh, that's
to
right,
hit
Tom.
then.
Would you?
Well, there goes that automatic success. But there's 3 additional ones.
That was a good idea, Tom. Thank
Yeah.
you. So 3 successes.
Okay. All right. So you definitely hit. Are you targeting the Abstergo soldiers or the hellhound?
The soldiers, they
Okay.
work well with bullets.
Okay. So so your gun fires off, punches through their armor, and you actually see that there's blood leaking out of them. They're not actually the same as the assassins themselves. These
Nice.
are flesh and blood.
How much damage does that do?
7.
Yeah,
Okay.
7 plus the
Yikes.
additional hits. The
So
extra
10
hits.
total.
So
Wow.
so the blood starts to pool out as he's raising his gun, and as both of you raise your guns at the same time, you hear a click. You're going, what the? It's your bullets riddle into his chest and into his stomach, and he bleeds out and falls dead on the floor. The other soldier, looking at him, looks at his gun, and he could swear that on the digital readout is a tiny little fairy going, "Hi." As his gun,
That's why you carry a knife.
as his gun powers down and looks up and you can't see his face, but he's looking at you with an "oh shit." Go. Actually, he goes. Sorry. Yes,
Hi.
you're at initiative 10.
Cool. He has a comms unit, right?
He, the other Abstergo soldier.
Actually, no, I'm going to go after the Hellhounds.
Okay.
So
yep.
I'm going to physically damage one of them.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So 3 successes and this?
Mhm.
No, pardon. 2 successes. And
2.
this.
2. Nice.
3 successes.
Okay. All right. And it's gonna try and dodge. 2 successes, so 1 net hit.
Yep.
That's your. What is the data process? What's the
My deck is over there.
Yeah.
It is.
I need the data processing list of the decks. That's the base damage.
Top one.
That one? This one.
Thank you.
Paperwork the game.
Cool. Data processing
every
is
tabletop
6.
game.
So
6.
7.
So 7 damage on top of the previous damage from the Hellhound. That,
I'm going to leave this here.
That
You
was
will
done
touch
by
the stone.
that was done by your bull. That's the first Hellhound that shatters from the inside out and falls down to the ground. A little pool of mercury is pooling about it.
Gross.
Super GC TV is following us on Twitch.
Nice.
Hey. Thank you.
Super GCTV.
All right,
Wow, Tom remembered it first try.
That was hard.
I
Rodney.
don't know.
While you're looking through code after your attack shatters that particular Hellhound, there's more binary code there, and you remember that this binary code layout, the same pattern of it, was on your comlink many months ago when residents first reached out to you.
Can I pick up some of the binary?
You can grab some of the binary and analyze it, but that will take one of your turns to do so.
I can deal with that.
Okay. All right. So your initiative goes down to 5. Go.
I have several combat drones at my disposal.
You do. Now you
I'm
do.
gonna abuse the shit out of them because they're not mine.
Use the stoner.
Well, I've got a rover model with a grenade launcher attached to it, and a roto drone that's also got a grenade launcher attached to it.
You do, yeah.
And we're in a hallway.
We are in a hallway. Yes.
You don't say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this sounds like a great idea. So let's do high explosive grenades down the hallway.
Love it. Okay. I need all of you to make a dodge roll, please.
Fucking dodge.
They're
that
mini
means you two
grenades.
cheat.
You'll
James
be fine.
coming through. What up?
Just to duck into nearby offices to dodge this explosion as it goes.
yeah,
the vacuum goes.
Agility?
Boom, boom. Oh, heads up, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, so
No, you should have
What's our
under
dodge?
defense.
Oh, okay.
Under defenses.
Dodges, get the fuck
So
down.
rage defense.
Shit's getting
Oh,
real.
range
Yes,
defense,
there you
no
go.
action, 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Turned into a Bad Boys
2,
movie
3,
in here.
4, 5.
Okay, so you're going to
gonna be
keep
great.
whatever hits you have, because this is going to be based off of.
You ever seen the Will Smith movie? This is gonna get like that.
So roll your
It's gonna be
roll
the
your
best.
attack on the
Which Will Smith
grenades.
I don't know what that is. Attack.
I should never roll like that again.
Ooh.
It should be in the area of 6 or 7 dice based on Rodney.
I had 10. I completely fucked it.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
use my gunnery or my pilot.
Well, I tried
Yeah,
to
well,
one-hand
it would be your gunnery.
Oh, my gunnery.
Yeah, actually, I would need that off of his sheet. I apologize, because that's just going to list damage.
Gunnery 7.
Okay.
All right.
So he has to roll 7 dice.
Yep. Logic gunnery.
Here's
So,
8 dice. So I'll just
Logic
Well,
gunnery.
Lo-
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's even higher.
Not yours.
no,
his.
it'd be my logic,
his
but
logic.
your
Okay.
gunnery.
Your gunnery.
So it's actually 12.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
need a lot more. Plus 5, please.
4 and 5.
Hey, look, I can do it with
Mike,
one hand.
it's okay.
Check that out.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
One hand.
That's a lot.
Holy
of sixes.
shit.
So those go away. Then 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes. How many hits did you guys get respectively?
I haven't rolled my
Okay,
defense
go.
yet.
0. Okay.
Boom, boom, Bill.
Your armor is going to protect you from some of it.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to shoot him in the ass when we're done.
Go ahead and roll.
This is gonna be great.
Yay, 2.
2. Okay.
Rainbow of grenades.
I need you to take 1 health level. Flynn,
How much
you
armor
take
is this
none.
thing?
Physical?
Awesome.
Ammo.
Cool.
So with that, however, unfortunately, with the well, fortunate for you guys, unfortunately for me, the destruction of the multiple grenades going off down the hallway scatters the mercury and the human remains of the last surviving
Just
soldier
goddamn everywhere.
everywhere. It's more than a bit of a mess.
Jesus.
It looks like someone dropped a pot of soup.
I was gonna say looks like a Jackson
All
Pollock
over the
painting.
No one knows what that looks like.
And the group of you continue to move up the stair.
No, I'm gonna shoot him in the ass.
He's gonna find an ass and shoot it.
I hack
Like, as
the
we're going
gun.
past him, I just go,
I
pop.
hack his
Click.
gun.
Click.
Thanks,
Did you
Sarah.
not?
No.
You see
On your deck.
sitting on the digital readout of your gun. You see a Wu-Tang symbol.
Fine. I take my knife out and just jab him once in the ass. Can't hack a knife.
Who'd you stab?
You.
Why?
Because you got me blown up.
You also blew up
It's
the
a flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound.
Walk it off.
Walk that stab one up your ass off.
I will.
So, for sake of brevity,
I cover it with $100 bill.
Yeah.
use that as a bandage. I don't give a shit about it.
It's quite the slog as you continue up, and it actually gets worse as it goes. You're taking more.
Like,
You're
ew,
taking
this
more
one's dirty
wounds.
now.
You're taking more wounds. You're running into more soldiers. Reason for that is back as soon as you leave the Hellhounds, you're still looking over that code. Sarah steps over to you with her digital self
Yeah.
in matrix space, and like, what is it?
Well, I found the other half.
Of what?
You. Or rather,
That's not possible.
I showed the code. Really?
She No, she died. She was killed. Skynet killed.
Think about it. How did you survive?
I broke apart. You think she split?
I think so. Because I'm kind of finding bits of her everywhere.
Keep looking. We need to catch up with them. Keep
Or
looking
else
for them.
You go
or else
ahead,
There's
I'll
pieces of
look.
people everywhere.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right here. And
If
the
it
two of
doesn't
you
work out-
continue to.
If it doesn't work out, I'll be right back up.
Do you like that symmetry?
All right. It is so the group of you continue to move your way up to the we won't say the absolute top floor, but it's a large. You finally come to a large boardroom that has a number of assassins in and amongst it, and Horatio sitting at a desk with his.
How big is this room? did you say?
Quite large for a boardroom.
Is it?
We'll say it's about, I don't know, 35 feet long,
Is it now?
about 25 feet wide, 10-foot high ceilings, glass all the way around the exterior.
What would you say
Cool.
is the
Devin?
splash damage radius of a grenade launcher, Devin?
I
Just-
literally put
hypothetical.
my guns away and pull out my grenade launcher and point it at him.
Do you really? He smirks at you. Do you really think that you could pull that trigger faster than I could say? And he waves his hand, and the grenade launcher shuts down.
They always forget I have a knife.
I remember.
Do you want a knife?
You know what? Your shit is awful. Get out of here.
Go. And several of the assassins start running down the hallway. One of them gets a knife in the chest from your throwing knife. So, what are you looking at? Well, you can see the icons moving all about your friends, your crew members in the middle of this fight upstairs. You're looking through this, binary code. You're looking through the remains of the Hellhounds and the remains of a few other drones as you're slowly moving through the matrix up through the levels. What are you doing? What is your action?
Compiling it as much as possible.
Okay, all right. You're compiling through, and you start and the more you're actually coming in contact with this binary code, make a logic data processing roll, because you need to start translating it as you're moving through.
1 second.
Yep.
That's 2 automatic successes.
You choosing to
and
do that? Okay, yep.
I have no choice.
Fair enough, okay.
Was my minigun
let's go.
smart linked?
Is your minigun what?
Smart linked or
Nope.
hackable in any way?
Not as far as you know.
2 successes.
2 successes. On top of the 2 automatic?
No, just
just 2 successes.
successes.
Okay, all right. Assume that you didn't get it from the Hellhounds. A few of the other drones, you reach out to, and the drone is still functional. It has complex enough binary code that it has a form of language. It
Okay.
has a form of communication. What do you do?
Let's start talking.
So you place your digital hand on the creature or on the drone, and a racked voice full of pain. What are you?
Well, that's creepy.
What pain?
Am I speaking to dissonance?
Name not pain.
I know you're in pain, but I need you to focus.
Who? You have not spoken in years. How?
Just to be clear, the voice is trying to figure out how I know that name.
Yes.
I know your other half.
Dead. No.
She's still kicking.
Getting saltier by the minute.
How? Sarah.
Sounds like she found a way, sounds like she did what you did. Except she split off into other people. I'm guessing you went into, other tech?
was always good with machines. And the flash of Sarah's photo back in your base in the forest. You remember one of them surrounded by decks and the other one surrounded by tech and gears.
That's something you and I can agree on. Sometimes tech's a lot better than people.
Help. Dangerous.
For you or me?
You. Sacrifice. Pain.
Do you know how old I am?
No.
I'm 36. You know how old orcs live?
No.
Maybe 40 at best. At best, and that's the upper limit with the best medical care possible. I'm graying. I'm dying. I know this is my last run. What needs to be done?
Does that mean we get his money?
I revolt my will, motherfucker.
Damn it.
We'll talk later. Anything can be hacked.
Breathe. Touch. As you breathe in, you see, and you're breathing in, and your hands start touching the binary code that's all around. And the binary code starts moving around your fingers and moving around your arms, moving up and into your eyes and into your mouth. And you realize that you can actually touch all the drones that are all around, that are all around, and the other tech that is all around the building. So the group of you are fighting against it. The group of you are fighting against all of the fighting against the assassins. Screens that are in the boardroom as the assassins are charging at you start to turn on. And Horatio turns in his spot, looks around, and so you see a single symbol appearing on all of the screens. A Wu-Tang symbol.
Of course, it's a Wu-Tang
Ding.
symbol.
Ding.
Oh, you didn't think this was a private meeting, did you?
We're never going to hear the end of this from him. You know that, right?
Horatio,
He said he's only got 3 years left.
Horatio stands up and suddenly and is pulled back down into his chair.
Can I speak?
You can if you want.
Sit your ass down.
What are you doing? How are you doing this?
Well, there's always two sides to a coin, right? Yin and yang. You forgot one thing. If one split, so did the other.
No, I have control over this. I have control over this system. This is my system. This is my world.
Hey, Rodney, can we play?
Hold on, wait. Can I say something? Well, yin's on our side, and now we've got your yang.
Go ahead, Mike.
Gross.
So, Rodney, we good to go?
This is gross, but the Vaseline.
You have the way.
That
All
was
right.
a violation.
Fucking take it.
Cool.
By the
Devin,
way,
Yep.
putting away the grenade launcher, out comes the minigun. I got 99 problems, and I have just as many bullets to solve them.
and Devin, just for musical,
And so
just
we
for
all stand
musical
behind-
accompaniment,
Yes.
We all stand behind him and just kind of
From-
salute.
he's calm.
From
From
Horacio's
Horacio's
calm. Yep.
Preemptive moment
Protect
of
your
silence.
neck.
The music starts echoing out into the boardroom, accompanied by the bang and the flare of the minigun. And in all but a matter of seconds, the assassins are nothing but pools of mercury, and there is just Horatio sitting at the desk, unable to move.
I believe you have a special gun for that.
Yeah.
What?
I believe you have a special gun for this
I
situation.
do. We have just the right band-aid
And
for
the
this
assassins just
for this
part
problem.
and part and part.
Yeah, they split up. The mercury starts splitting up and to moving around
The
the room.
carpet is ruined.
And
This doesn't end here.
No,
You
yeah,
need to understand that.
yeah, it does. We have a little
Are we
message
winning?
from an old friend.
And he turns, and you see the symbol of Cyberdyne in your digital readout. Like, this doesn't end here. How long do you think you can keep me contained? This is my world.
well, let's see. I'm now kind of in the Matrix, so I don't have to worry about biological death anymore. So it all really depends.
It'd be really funny We put him on a hard drive and threw it in the ocean.
Let's not do that. He did just save our lives.
No, I mean like the bad guy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Put a pin in that idea. I love it though.
Yeah, that'd be really
No,
funny.
It'd be really funny if we load him to a porn server.
And then meets Beta and Horatio looking at you with
That's a
with
bad
red
idea
eyes that are
for him.
bleeding out binary code out of the corners, unable to move
Yeah, I
as
don't
best
like
he
this guy.
tries.
So we have a little message from a friend of ours, and I take the pistol out that I was given.
Wait. Hey, Rodney,
Yes.
you got this recording?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna want
No,
proof.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
2 drones off of you. Just come on. Oh, come on and just roll right over.
Gosh, shit.
We have multiple fucking
Came out of my-
angles at this.
Came out of my clothes. It's so weird.
And welcome to this week's edition of We Shot a Guy. I'm your host, Flynn. And today at the pass, we have our shooter.
James.
I was going to have
Also,
James introduce himself.
Since I
but okay.
am
He's
in the
my,
Matrix,
he's my entourage.
I open up a
Now, James, I
comm
understand.
link to Alighieri.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say to him?
No. This began with a group of you, will end with a group of you. I'll let James
Outstanding.
speak for me.
Oh.
And Horatio's there, writhing in his seat, these are the strange tentacles trying to actually attack you and move
Anything
around
you'd
and
like to
can't.
say to our folks at home?
I will be back.
Just gives us another opportunity to shoot you in the face.
Shot through the heart. You give love a bad name.
The
I was thinking more bullet in the head, but
the
okay.
digital
Yeah,
Those work.
there is no blood that escapes, just machinery and binary code that explodes out in all directions.
I imagine his physical frame is just this desiccated mess.
It's
at
just
this
a
point.
desiccated mixture of cybernetics and what's left of Horacio's flesh as they're slumped over as the binary code retreats back into the system, trying to fight Rodney, but is instead actually kept at bay. And the three of you stand there, and 2 screens come on, one on the left and one on the right, and you see Sarah's face, and you see Rodney's face, on one and the other.
Did we win? Did we win? Did we win and there were no negative consequences?
Hold on. Well, it's not
Well,
negative consequences. Let's hold on a second.
Like, also what happened to Rodney? Because I don't really understand that.
no, we're getting there.
He's riding
I'm-
high wave of story. This is going somewhere. Hold on.
Okay.
Thank you, says Sarah. And I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Yeah, that was my question too.
She brings up a screen, and you see the Knights Errant taking away Rodney's body.
Huh.
Yeah, I kind of knew this was my last ride.
But we won.
But you have to admit, I went out in fucking style. Just
Yeah,
You
but like we won.
you did win. But in this world, it's about what you're willing to pay for that win. We need to keep Skynet contained. We need to keep Cyberdyne contained, and Rodney found something that I wasn't able to find. He found the last of my sister's code, and he's now carrying that.
So basically,
He's an otaku now?
resonance.
Are you pregnant?
Dissonance.
well, technically, I took her code into mine. I'm not technically Rodney, but I am Rod. I'm going to spend probably another 10, 15 years figuring this shit out.
Like 10, 15 years our time or 10, 15 years like overclocked on a computer?
Oh, God.
This is like 4 to 6 seconds.
Yeah, really.
You have our bodies will be kept safe, and you see the screen now moves, and you see Sarah's body being taken by the Knights Errant.
So
And
do you no longer need that?
Like, is your heart beating? Do you still poop?
We are still alive. Our bodies are still alive.
Holy
And
shit, I'm still alive?
the creature,
You're
the
still
Knights
aging,
Errant,
dude.
the Knights Errant move
Yeah.
out of the
Let me
screen,
cry, I'll be fine.
and Dante moves into the screen, the readout of the drone's camera, and salutes, and walks out of frame. He'll keep our bodies.
I do a stoic hero head nod and just put the gun down.
I salute properly. I am ex-military.
I take a grenade and put it on Horatio, blow out a window, and kick him down as I make
The
it
body
active.
tumbles out into the
And
skies.
the drones
sixth world,
follow.
and the
As it-
drones follow. Yep.
And I want that grenade to blow up with, just scatter him to the winds.
Does that make you feel
It's
better?
the most aggressive
Okay.
ashes spreading in the world.
It's kind of a tactical ashes. spreading
And
at that
down
point.
below, where the ashes and the blood and of what's remains
poor
of him are
bastard
hitting,
was getting-
are hitting the street floor. There are cheers from down below on the street floor as the Lone Star and the Knights Errant that were fighting
Wait,
see that the rest of the assassins are there. Very dark image.
So wait, hold on. So as the body goes raining down on the people below, they start
It's
cheering.
misted so much. No, they're cheering because the assassins
Some
and the
poor
soldiers
asshole's
are
getting his
down.
groceries for
So I
the
go
day.
up. Yay!
Ah.
Some poor jerk off with his groceries, just like just corpse.
So the group of you,
Gorged
the
body
group
all
of you
over.
now have are looking at the remains of what is left of Neonet. Rodney's body being taken away, Sarah's body being taken away, and Sarah looks to Rodney like, "Well, we won't be needing it anymore." And you see 2.4 billion split 3 ways entering into your data, entering into your comm links.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Cool. Right on. Thanks.
You still owe me $1 million.
You opened your mouth. Fuck you.
That wasn't part of the deal.
That was part of the deal.
You
That
told me
was
to
the
shut
crux
up,
of the
I shut
deal.
up.
Live well.
Oh man,
We'll be watching over you.
I'm gonna have a really long talk with my boss.
Cool.
Yeah, have fun with that paperwork.
Yeah, really.
And before we close, while the three of you are looking out over the skyline of
Christ,
the
here we go.
ruined Seattle,
Okay. Freaking hell.
Strap
down into the down well into another area of Seattle where everything to where the war is not happening. A single small creature is moving, darting from alley to alley to alley to alley, trying to avoid the catastrophe that is that has been the Sixth World, running from something, running and trying to track at the same time. She spied her former master, and she is both running and thinking that she can escape, but comes to an area of an alley and sees her former master again and freezes the moment. Before her, despite all of her fears, despite all of her caution, somehow a Serac has been caught unaware. Without hesitation, she commands the time stone at her neck, reverting her body back into a large four-armed gargoyle, and runs at a Serac's inert body, smashing it into piece again and again and again. All the pieces of bone and torn cloth are scattered across the ground. He collapses, unable to move, frozen in that moment in time, and she begins gathering and delivering the body with her forearms, writhe with elation to the winds, just throwing that all up into the air, finally being free of it. Before ripping the skull mask from the head of her poor dead soul of her former master, she grabs it, presses against the skull, causing it to crack in her gargoyle stone-like hands before grinding it to dust. Then among the body, she sees a single glove, glowing golden, cackles and takes up the gauntlet with a single glowing green soul stone in the center, and slides it into a small slot in her left hand, where a stone could fit. And just as she feels like she can take control of the soul stone, and comes to her voice rings out, "Did you enjoy that?" Suddenly, as if waking from a dream, the scene around her shifts before her stands a Serac, hale and hearty, and in his hand the orange infinity stone of time, the actual one, and sets it into the gauntlet where sits the blue mind stone and the green soul stone. Nothing quite like experiencing one's deepest desires, is there? He leans to the now powerless cat at his feet, having forced it, reverted time, and turning it back into its former shape. "Of course, my wayward servant, I could kill you and snuff out your little life, draw your soul from its moorings, and feed on you as I rise to my ascension. But instead, I think I'll leave you here, powerless, cast in this mockery of a form, and I promise you, you will live to see my work reach completion. That, I think, is the perfect punishment for you. Unending impotence. And with that, Acerak turns, leaving Fussy Britches, a mere cat, behind in the sixth world. And we will end our session there. We will end for this month of D20 Live. Thank you to all those who have shared, all those who have cast us. I apologize for going a little long. We needed to fit a lot of bits and pieces of information in. My name is Devin, co-GM of D20 Live, and again next month will be Death Watch, returning to the 41st Millennium, being hosted by Mike. And until then,
That's gonna be fun to write.
I have been Devin.
Jordan.
Tom?
Mike.
Scott. Also.
T-shirt.
Finally wore it.
And thank you Legion Chummers for joining us for this game. See you next time.